In a world in crisis, can three idiots find hope in the darkest of places? Will love conquer all, or will hate win out in the end? This is a show called Hate.
Welcome to a show called Hate, a podcast in which we explore love, hate, and everything in between in search of greater meaning and perhaps a little perspective. I'm John.
I'm Nick.
I'm Chris.
Was that legitimate?
Well, I was saving it, but yeah.
Oh,
I've had a cough for a couple of weeks, but I'm not ill, and I can stay out as late as I want. So.
That's true, actually.
Yeah, because it's a Saturday.
It's Saturday.
Oh my god, it's Saturday, and that's not normally when we record.
No.
So the energy will be. I'm sure you can tell, dear listener,
even lower.
Even lower.
Even lower than usual.
Yeah. The energy is electric tonight.
Somebody at the place where we work was like, I'm having a gathering on Friday.
Oh, that sounds awful.
You should come.
No.
And it'll be fun.
No.
There's a lot of very young people.
No.
And I
don't go anywhere. Don't do anything.
Nipped that in the bud right away. And I said,
"Have you said something?"
Yeah. No, I said I'm going to stop you right there. I intend to be asleep on the sofa by 8 p.m. on Friday, so that's not going to happen.
Is it a Friday? Is it next Friday?
No, it was like yesterday.
Oh right, I thought I missed it.
No, yeah, you weren't invited.
Oh, I see.
You went on the guest list.
Yeah, no, we successfully escaped it, is what I'm saying.
Oh, good.
Yeah, no, that's
I really do value.
Was it the thing that I also got an invite?
No, that's a different thing.
Yeah,
which we probably also won't go to.
Probably not.
I really do value sleep so very highly.
I really dislike being invited to stuff like this.
Yeah.
Like with people I like and care about, a very small group of people.
Plus, I think I signed something saying I had to do this.
But the instant I get an invite, now I have to. There is at least the smallest amount of work I now have to do, which is to say I will not be attending.
Yeah.
And they've put that on me. They've put that extra little job on me.
Yeah. That's something you didn't originally
Whereas if
have
you
to
just
do.
didn't invite me, because let's be honest, you don't want me there. Like,
I mean, really,
let's cut out the middleman.
I would be quite the fifth wheel.
Yeah. I would make it my business.
The thing is, I when I was younger used to go to parties where I knew I was like the outsider. And that was fine, but now I just can't imagine.
Oh, when I was young, I was
even
desperate to be
contemplating that.
You were kind of fearless.
Yeah, sure.
That's how you do it.
If there was alcohol, you'd be.
I'd go.
There,
Yeah, I'd be there.
Like
Why not?
Yeah.
I'd talk to people. Not now. I've had enough of that now.
Yeah, you've done.
Things are different now. Things are different.
Things like, several days this week, I've woken up at like 5 a.m. It's happening again. My early.
Back.
It's back.
Yeah, I don't like that.
And I think I've been functioning pretty well, probably by having like 8 cups of coffee a day.
Denial helps as well.
Denial helps a lot.
I'm not sure I'd call that functioning exactly.
Yeah. It did hit me about mid-afternoon today. I was like, wait, I think I'm actually very tired. I can't be...
Yeah, it makes sense.
Like, yesterday evening,
Yeah.
I hit some big, landmark moments in the work, and I was like, this is great. I can celebrate.
What's happening?
I'm looking forward to a joyful evening. Gonna have a nice meal, with Lucy.
Yeah.
Just at home.
Lovely.
Gonna have a drink. Just gonna sit, and I'd like passed out by like 9.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gone.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
We go to bed about... This is fucking awful.
Let's do it.
We go to bed about 10, roughly. And
our bedtime's 10:30.
Yeah.
Which now sounds quite late compared to you guys.
Well,
that I'd be on my arse if I went. If I'm going to bed at 10:30, I'm on my arse the next day.
We try for 10:30, but generally speaking, it's like nowadays it's like 9:30.
Yeah.
We're like, oh god, I don't know what's wrong with us.
Time for bed. We're old.
This is how it happens.
That's it. And then we go up about 10. I listen to like a track to help me fall asleep.
Oh, is it like whale sounds?
Pounding techno.
That kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pounding.
And then I wake up in the middle of the night, going, "What the fuck is that?" And it's just my earphones still in.
Are you listening to is it like easy jams for middle-aged men?
It's called Fall Asleep Fast. The playlist.
Is it a Spotify playlist?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
It's
Fall asleep fast?
Fall Asleep Dad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it might as well say.
If I had a band and my song was chosen for Fall Asleep Fast on the Spotify playlist, I'd be really insulted.
Yeah.
Like music's so boring
that people
it'll
fall
make
asleep
you fall
to it.
asleep.
And fast.
A lot of Coldplay on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all karaoke versions. Of
Also, there's
actual...
no lyrics.
No, there's no
No.
lyrics. It's just
It's
you
like-
know, sounds and shit.
And now you're listening to the Sleepy Time Middle-Aged Dad playlist.
Yeah.
Curated by guest DJ David Cameron.
Yeah, yeah. DJ Spoonie, he's got to be old now.
Hello, everyone. I do not understand music. Here we go.
I listen to popular songs like Coldplay and Killers.
The Killers.
The Killers.
The
And the U2.
we have, I think I've talked about it on air before, but we have a smart alarm clock.
Oh yes,
that
you have. Yeah.
It's like a mirror world alarm clock. It can send you to sleep
I don't
and
think I
wake you
understood
up.
it.
Shit.
Yeah.
An alarm clock can send you to sleep.
Yeah. Oh, it's incredible.
It's
Yeah.
like magic.
What a world.
And it has like 100 preloaded
Audio
MP3
profiles.
MP3 tracks of
yes.
like various sounds you can just play. You can program your sunset and your sunrise.
Yeah.
To have different sounds.
They have different sounds. So we have
What is
a
the sound of the sunset?
This is playing God. This is just playing God. This alarm.
well,
clock.
we have crickets for going to bed.
Ah, right.
So
That's insane.
Like someone's done an unfunny joke.
which is really like lulling me gently.
John,
to sleep.
John tells the joke and Lucy just puts the crickets on. Well, good night.
But we got to the point where like 45 minutes.
Crickets to fall asleep
yeah,
to.
just think about it, like a little kind
I
of
am thinking.
chirp, chirp,
It sounds
chirp.
awful. That. I'd be
Hell.
like, what the fuck is
Little
that?
nature sounds. It's
Little
nice.
nature sound.
I'd prefer the ocean or something. I think like a tide.
I like rain a lot.
Well, here's the thing. To mix it up a bit,
Yes.
we switched to like it was like called something like Rainy Pagoda or something like that. And it's
Can
like
you hear the pagoda?
Oh, there's another one of them pagodas driving past.
Yeah, here it comes.
oh, what's that I hear? Is that damp wood?
Yeah.
Oh.
But yeah, but the only problem was it wasn't like looping every like 5 seconds, but it was a loop. It didn't like just.
It's too short a loop.
And the problem is it's like
Like, here it comes back round again.
even if it's
Here
like
comes the pagoda back round.
even if it was like a 30-second loop or a 20-second loop, there was one noise somewhere in that cavalcade which would make me kind of go.
It's just like really quiet, like lovely rain sound. It's just like, I've got a knife.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Who's got the knife?
I
Oh no,
listen-
no, I'm relaxed. I'm relaxed again.
Just press pause. Oh, I'll leave it in. Yeah.
I listened
Got a
to
hammer. Oh my god.
actually I listened to this a few years back. I listened to a whole podcast about they were trying to get to the bottom of a mystery of a guy who was obsessed with this sort of thing. Like he said, the only way he could fall asleep was by listening to like hours upon hours of like just white noise and stuff like that. So he'd find these playlists, but just endless. You know, Spotify's #1 playlist, like 28 hours of just low level hissing.
Yeah.
You know,
Green noise.
green noise, brown noise, pink
Any
noise,
colour noise you could think of.
anything you could
Chartreuse
possibly want.
noise.
Yeah.
And he was saying like he got the fright of his life because he was clearly dozing, and like 2 a.m. he has like a door slam shut, and like the voice of someone talking in an alleyway. He's like,
I've had that before where I've fallen asleep with Match of the Day on my phone. So I like plug my headphones in. Liz will go to sleep. I'll say, I'm just going to watch Match of the Day. I watch the first 2 games. I watch more than that, and then I fall asleep
Yeah,
because that just happens.
but it's still running in your
Because it
ears.
starts at 10:30, and my bedtime, as I say, is 10 o'clock.
Indeed,
so I'm
yeah.
fucked. Anyway,
yeah.
It's ruined.
one time I woke up and a horror movie was on. Like I woke up to a horror movie,
just moved
like a
on?
jump. Yeah, because
Holy
it was BBC
shit.
One. It was just BBC One.
Oh, I see.
Live.
Yeah.
And I woke up to a jump scare in a horror movie. I fucking shit myself.
You
Fuck me, that'd be terrifying.
Yeah.
and you
It's
love horror movies. at
I
the best of
famously
times.
hate them.
Yeah.
Walk out of the room.
I don't really care.
Have left a house before when someone put a horror movie on. So yeah, I'm not the man for that kind of
No.
exposure.
I've discovered there's a wealth of videos on YouTube that are called Zelda and Rain.
Yeah.
And it's literally music from the Legend of Zelda games
Oh yes.
with rain overlaid onto them and sometimes the sound of rumbling thunder. And those are very, very nice.
Wait, so it's playing like
Like an incidental piece from a Zelda game, like Hyrule Field theme
it's like,
or something.
anyway, good night, dear. Dun, 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 dun,
Dun,
dun,
dun,
dun,
dun,
dun,
dun,
dun.
That'd be
Ready
great.
for a quest!
There's a lot of Lord of the Rings ones. If you sort of just generally search for
is
like
there?
fall
Oh, then
asleep
that's good.
playlists, there's a lot of Lord of the Rings.
I bet there's
ones.
Lord of the Rings and Rain.
That's what I did. I like Spotify searched.
So what, you're just getting like
Fall asleep.
ethereal kind of like oh,
Yeah.
and then you just hear like thou shalt not
Yeah.
pass.
Monday! I don't know. I've not actually listened to any of them.
I
But
see.
I can
I'm
only
gonna
assume
try
so.
those. I'm going to try those.
Yeah.
That sounds good, yeah.
But mine's just the general one of just calming noises.
Middle-aged dad music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fall asleep.
I'm trying to
Fall asleep, sleepy papa.
Fall asleep, daddy.
Yeah.
Everything's fine. The boiler's working.
Yeah.
The shelves are
That'd be great if I could have a boilers working playlist. That'd be nice. Yeah, I'd enjoy
The paint
that.
you chose for the hall is good.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's schedule is relaxed but organised.
Yeah.
You can get up when you want,
Yeah.
but you will get up at 8.
The glue.
8.
That's a treat.
Fucking hell. I get up at 6:30. Latest.
The glue will hold.
Yeah.
You did a good job
You
on
did
that
a good
bracket.
job today.
Yeah. I'd like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
The 2 nails you put in your son's desk
Yeah.
will keep it together.
Yes. We'll see about that.
We'll see about that one, yeah.
He's not going to need to use it for a while, so I've basically put some boxes on it to strength test it.
I see.
And if that doesn't work, then you know, I'll
This
just get
sounds
rid
wonderful.
of it.
This nail-ridden.
It's not that you're exaggerating what's happened now.
That's so funny.
So no, for a bit of context, you've
we-
hand whittled a table for your son.
Whittled is a very
Out of a
strong
whole
description.
tree.
Sorry,
I-
skull.
wasteful.
I continued my ongoing trend of finding stuff on people's driveway and taking it home with me.
Stealing.
No, well, it's only stealing if there's not a sign that says free on it.
Hey, if
no
that
one seems to do
paramedic
it.
didn't want that bag, he shouldn't have left it.
Yeah. And that's for your insulin.
Now you've got your own insulin.
That's for your grandma.
That's
She
pretty
shouldn't have
cool.
mouthed off like that. No, I knew for a fact it was free because it was on Facebook.
I
So I went
see.
and got it in the dead of night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
with a ski mask on.
Yeah, and then I painted it so it was an orange and wood thing.
To cover your tracks.
Yeah, so I painted it blue
Right.
legally.
No one will know.
Good day, sir. We're looking
no
for
one-
a stolen.
it's
An
unrecognisable.
orange and grey desk. Like, copy this one, sir.
Yeah, this is blue.
It's blue, this one.
This is blue. This one. It can't possibly be the same.
Can't possibly
table.
be that one.
So I painted it. It was split one of the legs, so I've put it back together using 2 nails,
Yeah.
small tiny nails, tacks basically.
Oh, I see. I see.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's much better. Yeah.
Yeah, tacks that have gone in, and now I'm just seeing if it'll work.
Is this a human-sized table
It's a
or a
child-sized-
boy-sized table?
boy-sized table.
Yeah. So how
Boys
high?
are still human.
How high are we talking?
Oh, I don't know. It's very hard to describe on an audio podcast. I'd say about
Hit your knee?
this sofa and
Ankle?
another half a foot, maybe.
So 2 foot.
Okay, that seems quite tall.
Yeah.
Seems quite tall for the boy.
Well, he's probably too small for it at the moment.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
But
The
he
future
does
boy.
colouring now and again. So
he
we might get
colouring?
out for that. I drew him a picture that he could colour in
This
at one
I
point.
have to see.
Oh, it's a character. Basically, there's the Mix Mups, which I may or may not have mentioned
I think
on
you
this
have,
podcast
yes.
before.
You-
There is no Mix Mups merchandise of any description.
You rave about the mix match.
I do like the Mix Mups.
Yeah.
Because it's a relatively new phenomenon.
Do you think there's some kind of injunction preventing any form of profiteering
Probably.
off this?
Well, it's made by a charity for deaf children, I believe.
I think it's because Little Mix are really litigious and it's too close.
Yeah.
It's just too close.
Sue the children's program immediately.
You might be the only person on the planet to have referenced Little Mix in the year of our Dark Lord 2025. Yeah.
As a joke.
Yeah, for funsies.
I love Little Mix.
So I drew in one of the characters just using a Sharpie from that, and he coloured.
wow.
He, in vertical commas, coloured it in,
which
yes.
was
Oh, I see.
scribbling.
He just scribbled on it,
Yeah.
which is fine.
Who did a better job, you or the boy?
Oh, definitely him.
Definitely the boy. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
my drawing was unrecognisable.
My drawing has not improved since our primary school days when we used to do our Big Punch comics.
Ah, yes, I've seen those.
Yeah, they're still around. We should scan them. We say this every year.
Yeah,
We should
and-
scan them.
Put
But
them in
also,
the cloud.
like, and do what?
Just for
with
prosperity.
Well, just in case there's a fire.
Prosperity?
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
In case there's
yeah.
a fire.
Yeah.
But if there's a
I don't want the
solar,
Big Punch
2
comics.
houses on our estate have burst into flames.
that's true.
recently.
Actually, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And we don't want the Big Punch comics to perish.
No, indeed. However, if there is a solar flare and all computers get wiped, God willing,
Yeah.
that shelf there where they're currently at,
Yes,
that
there
could
they
be
are.
That's our best shot.
could be the safest place.
Fine. Well, don't scan them then.
Okay, I won't. Oh, that's fine.
Fine, fine.
Fine.
Don't scan them then.
Fine.
That's what you
Whatever.
want.
I
Very pro solar flare over there.
Yeah.
I saw a man. I just wanted to bring this up because
Here
I
we
thought
go.
this would be
Bragging again.
This would be
interesting
a good
tidbit.
anecdote.
I saw
Yeah.
a man walking quite a large dog today.
Oh yeah. Are you sure it's
Listen,
dog?
that was me and my wife. How dare you?
It looks a bit like a wolf.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Big old dog, but he was on a skateboard.
No, he wasn't.
So no,
he wasn't.
the man was on a skateboard.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't, John.
Think
Yeah,
of
my
what he's
first
on.
thought
John,
was
John,
the wolf was on the
John, he
skateboard.
wasn't. He wasn't. I've got a good follow-up to this already. He wasn't.
He hasn't even finished it yet.
Yeah, no, I know, but I have.
Are you trying to make his story sound worse? So that
No, it's a dog story. It's really good.
Okay.
You do yours though.
Oh well, no.
It's been a bit
is
shallow
that it?
now, but...
Let me. I was going to say I saw a man on a skateboard
He wasn't.
being towed
By a dog.
by a dog,
Like a husky.
a very large husky dog. Just
How
going
old
about
was,
his
how
business.
old was the man?
I don't know. Didn't stop and ask. He was going too fast.
It's flying!
Was he old?
No, he looks a bit like a hipster.
Was he
Bit
skateboard
young.
appropriate?
Like younger than us?
Yeah,
skateboard appropriate?
but a lot of people are younger than us now. Yeah, he looked like maybe at most our age, but he
We're
looked
not
kind of-
skateboard appropriate.
But he looked cool.
we're definitely not
That's
cool.
a shame.
Yeah, like one of those woolly hats that's like tiny.
A lot of dogs out today.
They roll up the beanies.
Yeah.
So it's like a
a teeny weeny
yeah,
beanie.
teeny weeny beanie.
teeny weeny beanie.
Anyway, so I was going to say, is there anything more charming than a man being towed by a husky?
I don't
By his
think
best
that's, I
friend.
don't think that's charming. I
Yeah.
think that's a guy taking advantage of his lot.
Is that slavery?
Yeah,
Yeah.
in a way. Like, oh look, I'm so alternative because I'm like standing on a skateboard and my dog's pulling me.
Wait,
Either skateboard or walk the dog. Fucking grow up.
Choose a lane.
So are you suggesting he's a slave to fashion?
The dog.
They're both slaves
But
to
yeah,
society.
to
Yeah.
society, yeah. to his concrete wife, which is that's what he calls the road.
It's a half pipe.
Yeah.
Legally married.
Anyway, what's your shit story?
I was
About
in
a dog.
Bristol many years ago,
That doesn't sound like
going to a gig.
It's very. This is very, getting
You?
This is when I yeah.
believable.
gig.
You don't
This
even
is
like
when
music,
I was on my skateboard.
except for sleepy time middle aged music. You don't
no,
like it.
yeah, that is my favourite.
Oh yeah,
gig.
they were. They
Like,
were,
I
they
go
were
to the sleepy middle-aged man gig and everyone's fucking falling asleep. They do one track and everyone's asleep
Take
by
a
the end of
sleeping bag
it.
with
There
you.
will be no encore.
That sounds brilliant. Actually,
Yeah.
imagine that. We all get there.
headliners, sleepy time dad music.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we all have a sleeping bag.
Supported by the automatic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I looked to my left because I was in the passenger car. I was in the passenger seat of the car.
Passenger car.
And there was a dog with a pipe in its mouth, like perfectly
This
like,
can't
positioned
be
in its mouth,
true.
just walking down the street.
On its own.
He had an owner, but it was off the lead.
Did the owner have a pipe as well?
No, I don't know.
Was the owner on a lead?
No, the dog was
Was the
standing
dog
up.
walking
I'm
on
sorry.
its hind legs
I
with
say-
a pipe?
I'm sorry. I say I saw a man.
No, but then I
towed.
remembered this story.
Oh,
So
no,
you
but this
tried
is
to discredit John's story.
Yeah, and then I remembered I had even wilder
to
story.
pull out this bullshit about a
But
dog
this
with
is
a
definitely
pipe.
this is definitely real though.
This,
Yeah. Yeah.
What was in the
I've
pipe?
got
Dog
witnesses.
food?
I've got witnesses.
None of this is
He was
adding
just
up.
walking down the street with a pipe in his mouth, like correctly positioned pipe
I'm just
in
saying.
his mouth.
Dog smoking a pipe. Chris Ray actually going to a gig.
Yeah.
None of this
A
adds
lot of
up.
stuff falling down.
Yeah.
No, this happened.
no.
This. How would I make this? I haven't got the imagination
I'll be
to make
honest
this
with
up.
you. I want it to be true.
It is true.
Yeah.
do want it
yeah.
to be
I haven't got not got the imagination to make this up.
Okay.
No.
But anyway, that just reminded me of my my weird dog encounter.
But-
Well, I haven't had a
That
weird dog
definitely
encounter. I can't keep up with this.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was the theme for this episode. I had a
No,
dog
I
encounter.
didn't know that was coming.
Fuck.
It just popped into my head.
You must have a weird dog encounter.
I mean, I probably do. The only thing I just did think of, which was an encounter I had where I was sat in the passenger seat of a car,
Oh wow.
which is kind of like we're playing like
Yeah, that Venn diagram
Passenger-
worked.
yeah,
Passenger seat dog
Yeah.
anecdote.
is I looked over on the way to Birmingham once, and there was a guy driving his BMW, but with a latte in his hand.
Yeah.
But it was in a glass mug,
Yes.
so not in a takeaway cup.
No.
He had literally made a latte at home in a glass mug and was sipping it
Yeah,
like a gent while
great.
driving his BMW.
Lovely.
I was like, "Where'd you put that when you're done?"
Yeah. Chuck it out the window.
Chuck out the window. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's going through so many of them.
This anecdote is going to ring a little differently nowadays. But I remember in the early days of Facebook, there was a Facebook group called "I Saw Philip Schofield shitting into a crisp packet" on the side of the M5.
Oh god.
There goes Nick.
I'd just taken a drink. So what was the point of the group? What did they do? Just
I
like,
think
just
it just
that.
talked
Talk
about
about
that
that.
magical moment. It was the early days of the internet. Like anything was.
It was wild.
There
anything
were
was
groups
possible.
just describing like incidents, weren't there?
I would
Like,
like
Yeah.
to think that actually happened.
Yeah.
That someone did see Philip Schofield shitting into a crisp packet at the side of the M4.
Or the idea that
oh no.
if it wasn't Philip Schofield, because he probably
Someone who looked like.
he was probably busy with
Oh no.
something.
Something.
The idea of seeing a near perfect lookalike
Replica.
trowel down.
his brother
Seeing anyone shit into a crisp packet would be an anecdote I could dine out on for years.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not suggesting it was his brother, but his brother, who was convicted of various crimes, does
Oh.
look a lot like him.
Wait, his brother was also a
I don't know. I don't know what crimes they were,
oh,
but he was convicted of crimes.
Runs in the family.
a Schofield
Yeah.
Chronicles.
crime clan.
God love them.
This is another. I was this very
Here we
nearly.
go. We're just pulling out random anecdotes
No,
No,
what
now.
happened to us?
I'm saving up fun stories for my friends. Is that?
yeah.
And when I
that
see
a
them
crime?
later,
And the public at large.
yeah. Well, that's why I'm testing among you guys.
No,
So,
it's-
yeah.
it's-
yeah.
I'm glad we're not recording this.
Well, this very nearly became my hate, but I've stuck to my guns and went with the original one. We were watching a video just before you guys arrived,
Oh, yeah.
and there's a guy who does walking tours of London.
Oh.
You know, so learn about this district, what's fun to see, what's fun to do, hit a few pubs along the way.
Yes.
And on this particular one, which was in Shoreditch,
Oh, yeah.
I've been reading a book set in Shoreditch, so I wanted to learn a bit. He goes into a traditional Cockney eatery.
Oh, yeah.
So kind of
Cockney eater.
a Cockney eatery.
Jelly deals, pie and mash with liquor.
Well,
And
oh
some
damn it!
whelks.
He's already all over it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, here's the thing. He goes in to
Green
get some
gravy.
Goes in to get. Oh, look, he's
What's going on?
literally this is everything I was going to bring to the
sorry.
table.
I already knew it.
He goes in to
I
get
don't know it.
goes in to get some jelly deals
Right.
because he's like, well, you got to do it, haven't you?
I thought that was on the seaside you got those.
That's a London thing, no? It's very
London
thing,
Cockney
yeah.
thing, yeah.
So he goes in, and he's having a nice chat with the lady behind the counter. Gets some
She's a
jelly
deal.
deals. It's a distressing quantity of jelly.
It looks. Have you ever seen jelly deals?
Yeah.
You have now.
I have now.
They look grim.
Yeah.
My granddad used to get them
Yeah.
when we went out to see them. Yeah, just
Yeah,
Gross.
they look horrible.
But the fish bit, because he ate the eel bit. So it's pretty nice. I could do without
all of
all
this.
the jelly.
Yeah.
And then, now Chris Ray's already spoiled the ending.
Sorry.
A couple of
I didn't know that was going to be the story.
a couple of wizened old ladies come in,
Oh.
and they're ordering a
Couple
dish.
of
And of course,
babushkas.
they go, "What are you ordering over here?" And it's a pie, kind of beige oblong,
Okay.
big pile
They
of
all,
mash.
they all come in foil and they turn them upside down.
Yeah,
So the crust is on the underside.
big pile of mash, and then literally like the blackest, greenest, vilest looking. Do you see like Oliver the musical when you were a kid?
yeah.
You know at the end when Fagin drops his gold into like the open sewer,
The slimy.
and he's like kind of.
Yeah, and it's all gross.
It looks like that,
Fuck me.
like dark, putrid green liquid all over it. And he goes, "What's all that then?" He goes, "Oh, I do know you don't call it gravy." And they're like, "Oh yeah, you don't call it gravy.
It's not gravy in London.
It's not
What is
bloody gravy, mate. It's
liquor.
liquor."
Yeah.
So do they call it liquor, or is it actually liquor?
Yeah,
No.
no, it's not alcoholic. It's called liquor.
You got to call it liquor.
But it's I don't know how it's spelled, but I think it's spelled
But
differently
what is
to
it?
liquor.
It's like a parsley.
Yeah, it's
sauce.
like it is gravy basically,
Like
but
a
it's,
parsley
it's
gravy.
yeah, it's like maybe.
It's
I don't really like parsley.
potentially one of the most distressing.
I've
you pour
never,
that
I've
all over your
never,
pie and mash.
I've never been for pie and mash or anything, but I would like to.
With
I
the,
like
with
it.
the
In London.
liquor.
Yeah, I'd have it. Yeah,
I wouldn't have the liquor. I'd have the pie and mash though.
Yeah,
Give me that.
but I've never been to a proper Cockney cafe or
Cockney
anything.
eatery.
I was amazed it was still kind of.
It's very
going.
popular. Very popular.
Has it become?
Is it a touristy thing?
Yeah, bougie.
I think so now. Yeah, I see it a lot. Maybe
gotta
maybe
say-
it's just the algorithm, but I see it a lot.
$5.99.
He had a chat with a lady, and she was 90, and good God, she was well preserved.
Oh yeah,
I guess if all you eat is liquor,
yeah.
Maybe there's something in it.
Maybe
She didn't look
yeah.
90. She's
It's
doing
the-
bloody
it's
great.
the-
she's
Yeah.
never been ill a day in her life,
It's the elixir,
and she can fly.
the elixir of life. And she can fly. Yeah, there's something strange about that woman.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I
What,
mean,
old Beryl? Nah.
Nah, she's been
Nah,
flying
mate.
for years,
She's
mate.
flying for years,
She's been,
mate. It's
we call
normal
her, we
round
call
here.
her flying barrel round
Why'd you call
here.
her that?
We call, yeah.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Why'd you call her that? Oh, no, don't know, mate.
Don't know,
It's
mate. Just one of
weirdly,
those names,
weirdly,
isn't
it's
it?
unrelated to her ability to fly.
Oh, there she goes.
Yeah. He's off again.
It's like rocket engines.
like eviscerates like a mile radius.
all these craters around Shoreditch. Yeah, that's Beryl. That is.
She'll be back tomorrow for her usual. Yeah.
Plate of liquor with liquor on top. Rip.
Woohoo.
You probably could get like a little pot of liquor to go, couldn't you?
Probably. I suspect all the cafes have their own recipe as well and that kind of thing.
Oh my God, though.
Yeah, I would. I would genuinely go to a.
It's like the
go
colour. It's like the colour of
London
your
greasy
for the
spoon.
listener at home. It's the colour of Raymang's socks.
Yes,
Which
the
are
little,
black.
the little lettering on my
Yeah.
sock.
All right.
Are you talking about the lettering, or are you
Well,
talking about
it's
the...
like there's a green tinge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's like blurry green around the edges, but mostly black.
It's like when there's like water or ooze that looks black, but then when you lift it up,
Yeah.
it strings green.
Yeah.
How is that happening?
Yeah. So yeah, that very nearly became. I'm glad it wasn't my hate because you would have, kicked
I'd have
my shins
ruined
out.
it, wouldn't I?
Yeah.
Immediately. There we are.
Bits, yeah.
There you go. That's some fun stories.
That was
for-
good.
There's a
for
few,
everyone.
A few anecdotes.
Yeah.
I'm glad we tested those out.
Like dotes.
Should we do a hate?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could do it.
Format and all that.
Go on then.
Yeah. So I also watched a video.
Oh!
There was a big event
Bunch
in
of
the
braggers, see ya.
US called
The election.
No, we're not talking about how fuck. Pull up.
I've been avoiding that.
It was called something like the CES or CER Technology Fair.
Oh.
And it was like this big, it's a yearly thing. It's like a big convention, kind of like a Comic Con, but it's all for people who set up a booth to show off, cutting edge technology. And there was this.
We talking software or
Nah,
hardware?
mate, we're talking hardware mostly.
Oh,
Right?
kit.
And it really did sort of set the die so perfectly because it was a guy walking around there and he was stopping at booths that he liked. And the first booth he decided to stop at was lifelike sexy robot ladies.
Oh no.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, I see, it's this kind of video.
Okay.
And so this guy, straight face tech dude,
Yeah.
they all look the same, tech guys, right, who
Yeah.
run a robotics company or whatever.
That's kind of weird in itself, isn't it? Because they could all be.
They could be anyone.
They could be
Yeah.
bots. as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit. Well, no, actually, because when I saw these abominations, I realised how far we are from lifelike robots. And he had a stand, big, probably, I don't know, 12 metre squared, big stand, all these banners and really slick looking thing. And then behind the table, where we had a load of flyers and bits and bobs, were 5 torsos.
Oh.
Yeah. Of women. They're all women. Isn't that weird?
That's so strange.
Isn't it weird that they're women? And they all had...
Oh, all the they've sold out of all the men.
Sure.
Yeah.
Let's say that.
Yeah. Why not?
Big old boobies on those as well. Wow! Considering he was there sort of espousing the merits and power of modern technology and robotics and the steps he's been making with it all, really was
Him
just...
personally
Yes.
down in the forge.
I'm
late at
sure.
night.
Yeah. It really was just a load of tits, basically.
Yeah.
It was literally just that. I can't. And they didn't look real at all.
Yeah.
No.
And they had these horrible
They never
latexy
do.
faces.
They
Their
never do.
mouths moved and their eyes moved, but their faces creased in ways that skin
Now,
does not crease.
I'm going to get the obvious question out of the way. What do you think he's been doing to those things?
Here's the thing: you can buy them now. You can order one, and get this. You won't believe this.
No.
Right? When he said this, I was like, "Fuck! I would never see this coming." You can customize it however you want
That's so weird.
to be the exact kind of woman / any human
thing-
that you want it to be.
But these are
Isn't that amazing?
These are robotic.
Yes.
You're not just buying like a 6-foot slab of silicon.
No. There was one that was
Move.
full bodied, and she was sat on a chair, and her hands kind of moved,
Uh,
but her arms didn't move and her legs didn't move.
Yeah.
But her face, neck, and head moved around.
And screams constantly.
they basically fell down the uncanny valley.
And so she has software inside her now, which is powered by AI because everything's powered by AI. And so you could ask her anything, and she'd respond.
My God.
Sure.
But there was like a 40-second delay because of course
God.
it takes the model ages.
Searching.
Yeah,
Searching.
searching. Error. Kill.
Do you love me, Titania? No.
Imagine waiting 40 seconds. Yeah, for that. It should be so.
They're all called Titania. It's just 2,000, 5,000, 9,000. Yeah. So that was the beginning of this grand adventure around the hall, and it was just it was just all stuff that nobody needs and that nobody wants and doesn't solve a single problem.
I love this. It's like, join me at the CER convention. Technology has had a bad rap in recent years.
Yeah.
But here, behind these doors, we're seeing the bold innovators and techno wizards that are shaping tomorrow's vision of a better world. Anyway, what have you got here? It's a sex robot.
Oh
What have we here? Searching.
no! For fuck's sake, Titania!
Hey, Titania, I'm feeling rather frisky. What are you? Are you in the mood?
Searching.
No.
Titania, I'm feeling a bit horny. What have you got for me? evasive maneuvers activated. Spikes come out. One of the
Head detaches. Rocket.
like Beryl.
Plus
Orbital Beryl. Oh man, one of the stands had a personal helicopter. One man personal helicopter that folded into the back of a van, but like a specific van, right? And the guy, straight face, was just like, "Yeah, I'm reckoning like about 6 or 7 years, everyone will have one of these." I was like, I will never get in that. I will never fly
In my
it.
fold-up helicopter.
It looked like a drone, but like with big propellers on it.
I caught a video of a man driving his car directly into a lamppost where the only obstacle was a lamppost. And it's like, yeah, let's give that guy a helicopter.
Yeah.
Let's give everyone helicopters.
But also,
yeah,
like, let's say we had it now and the technology was perfect. I'm not allowed to fly a helicopter.
No.
Like, you have to get airspace permission to fly any kind of aircraft. Now, it doesn't matter whether you've got the technology to give me a fucking personal helicopter that folds into a van. I can't fly it.
Imagine if we're all, in 6 or 7 years, we were all flying around in helicopters.
I would eat my words, I guess.
Yeah, I'd buy one just
But there
so I
wouldn't be
could
enough
stick
room
my
in the sky.
Yeah.
Surely.
I'd buy one just so I could stick
Well,
my
that-
head in the rotors and end it. I mean,
I'll
God's
just
sake.
take the chopper down here. 5-minute walk.
Yeah.
I don't think the
I'll take the
rotors
chopper.
could take your head off. They looked so plastic.
Yeah.
Oh, ow.
I think
Ow.
it would break around you.
Yeah. It would just snap against your neck.
Where I currently live, if I want to leave Cool Town, I've got like 2 options. It takes like 18 minutes to get out of town.
Yes.
You know, that's how bad like our one-way
And that's
road
walking.
system is. Well, even in a car.
Oh,
it's
you
all-
mean driving?
Yeah, it's awful.
But you can
it's
walk
bad.
it in that. Is
Probably
what I
could.
mean. Yeah.
But like, no, this would be perfectly solved if everyone's got a personal flying machine. like,
God.
But you don't just buy the helicopter, you buy the van as well. Like, it's
yeah.
the whole deal. Like, you buy the 2 of them and it folds out
Did he
the
say
back.
what these were retailing at?
It was something like...
Fucking loads.
I think he said something like 85,000.
Yeah. Everyone will have one of
Ooh,
these.
that seems reasonable.
It was actually lower than I thought it would
Yeah.
be.
Is it actually a really good backdoor way of getting a pretty sweet van?
Yeah, to be honest, you buy some vans for just that.
You buy the helicopter and like chuck it away.
But then we saw the inside of the cockpit of the van. It didn't have a steering wheel, it just had a joystick.
Oh,
Wait, the
no.
van has a joystick.
The van had a joystick.
Oh
I
no.
was like, well, I don't think that's legal for roads either.
What is this Knight Rider
What are you doing?
bullshit?
What are you talking about?
I guess like obviously this is bullshit. But who gave this man enough money?
Because that stand, we know how much stands cost.
Yeah.
And I bet it costs more at this show as well.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that stand would have cost him probably tens of thousands.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because even if
And you can't even sell the helicopter right now.
No, exactly. It's like there are. We looked into it briefly, but there's like video game conventions.
Yeah.
And
Video game.
I think they'll
games.
catch on.
And of course, if you go there, you're not really going to walk away with a video game. You're not buying, but you're
Play a demo.
Yeah, you play a demo. It's all about the experience and promoting a thing.
Yes.
So, like a really big company like Sony or whatever, you know, they might pay 50 grand more just to have like a big patch of land
Yes.
on the show floor, just to show off their products. You know, in the hope that you then get so hyped.
Yeah.
So this is the
Yeah.
kind of money we're talking about. Like,
I know. And are they hoping that in 5 to 6 years' time, I will not only remember that they exist, but also have $85,000 to spend on a personal helicopter van combo system?
I would think anyone who could afford to do that probably already has a helicopter.
Yeah.
yeah,
It's
probably
a
a really
legitimate
nice
one.
helicopter.
Probably like a proper one that doesn't fold into a fucking van. Yeah.
Which I wouldn't trust. I just wouldn't trust
No.
it at all. It just looked like if that comes out and loads of people have them, there are going to be so many deaths. I
Yeah.
just tell you now.
But also, is this like in the same way that so much of Silicon Valley and so much of, frankly, the reason every digital device or product you own right now is shit is because tech bro Silicon Valley guys have just convinced idiots to give them $1 billion to develop product. It doesn't have to work. It just has to sound really good in a PowerPoint presentation.
Yeah.
So is this expo the
This
equivalent
show was like the
of
show
that?
equivalent of that because there's no problems left to solve. So it's gimmicks now.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
So the personal helicopter was just drone but big. The sex robot was just Siri but tits.
But also, I mean, the sex robot thing, you'd think to yourself, oh, well, no idiot could have a stand with like 5 half robots.
Half women.
Half women.
No.
Like, this must be a viable product.
But this is the wild thing.
Yeah.
Like, there's only one category of person, man, let's be honest, who's going to buy from them. And that's not a professional, like, altogether normal fan base. I'm sorry, like, you're catering to one very specific pervert.
I would.
Yeah,
The thing is, are the perverts going to this show to openly say, "Hello, I'm a pervert.
I'd like
Hello,
to
and I'd like a Titania."
Hello, I'd like to, in public, self-identify
Yes!
as a
Yeah.
massive pervert.
Yeah. No, but who's doing that?
No, yeah.
Who's paying to out themselves as a massive pervert?
But also, do you go to the show hoping they'll have Titania 5000 there? You know, because you don't know who's going to be there
Yeah.
necessarily. So it's like, I go to every tech convention every
Yeah.
year, hoping sex
now,
robots will finally
you
appear.
turn up as a normal bloke, and then you go, "No, I think about it, I am a massive pervert.
Yeah,
I really would like a Titania 5000."
But when like there was all those like NFT losers a couple of years ago. There was one where they took out advertising space on Times Square in New York City to be like,
New York City.
we're making a Mamorpaga, massive online multiplayer game, the first Mamorpaga powered by NFT.
Right, great.
And they played like a looping ad, and everyone's like, "My God, NFTs have finally arrived." But they had no game.
No.
They didn't even have an idea for a game. But what they did have was a bunch of disposable cash where they're like, if we spend like $100,000
And shout loud enough.
to buy advertising for a week,
You can make people think it's real.
yes.
Yeah.
So is it like, again, what do you have? It's like, oh, we've built a working sex bot. It's like, no, you have a latex mold of half a woman.
Yeah.
You have an iPhone embedded behind her lips.
Yes.
And you have a vice that can crush.
A human skull.
anything it could want to crash. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Like it's all just proof of prospective purchases, right? And it's like they weren't ready to sell the sex robots, just like the helicopter guy wasn't ready to sell the transforming fucking cube helicopter. Like none of this stuff is ready.
Yeah. So I would like to buy Titania. She's not for sale. No,
I
literally,
know.
I have
No.
a blank check here.
Yeah.
I want that.
Name
one.
your price.
I want the
I-
one
I
that's
have-
sitting in that
I
chair.
have fallen in love with her.
So my legal team
And I
tells me.
think she may have fallen in love with me. Searching.
No.
No.
The thing is, aren't there already
Sex
companies?
robots.
Yeah,
Yes.
but they just don't have fucking like
AI in them.
AI in them.
I feel like we've been making them for years.
yeah.
Like, and they've always been shit. And the funny thing is that every time I see a sex robot, and it sort of comes around, you know, like in
Yeah.
cycles. Every 5 years or so, I end up seeing a sex robot. Maybe I'm one of those perverts. Who knows?
Yeah.
Probably am with my algorithm. Anyway, every now and then I see a sex robot, and I'm like, they're going to be better now. Because it's been 5 years, you know, like my phone listens to me and can talk to me fairly effectively. I'm guessing the sex robots have come. Oh, no. They still look like horrifying freaks.
still,
with,
yeah.
with
Yeah.
weird silicon skin.
Yeah.
But also kind of like, I mean,
Is that what they're into?
Maybe.
how much, like, I mean, in the narrow market of sex robots, it's like, what are people looking for? I mean, like, yeah, they look like, if you just want like a 6 foot like hunk of latex, it's like, yeah, man,
get
like
it
it does everything you need. You know, like, does
Yeah.
it? Do you really need Alexa
I
to be
know.
like?
It's so strange, and it's like, what's weird about them as well is that you could argue that they look more lifelike than they have in the past, right?
Yeah,
because
yeah.
everything advances, right? But what's really weird about them is when you see them on the stand, they don't look like people; they look like things.
Yeah,
And my immediate first reaction was, those are objects.
yeah.
And isn't that weird?
Thing is, here's the thing though. Here's the thing. If you're at a point where you're like, man, I just, real life relationships too much, can't be doing that. But give me this kind of perfectly crafted homunculus of a beautiful
Sure.
woman. That's everything I need because she'll never
Cheat?
judge me, cheat on me, mock me. She'll never require me to be interesting.
Imagine if she did.
I'll never have to hold a conversation. Oh no, wait.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah.
Now you have to hold a
Good news,
conversation.
we ruined it.
Yeah.
Now we put an AI in it. she can judge you.
Oh my god, yeah, she
got
can judge you. And she can remember.
Imagine you got one of these and then it cheated on you.
Oh my
That'd be the worst, wouldn't
Well, the
it?
thing is that AI is pretty much just to say yes. Or when you're asking
Yeah.
AI anything, all it wants to do is help. So if
Yeah.
another man came into your house and you had a sex robot Titania 5000 in
Yeah.
the corner of the room, and he went, "Hey, will you give me a Z job? She'd just go, yes, of course.
Will you give me a bit job?
I don't know.
You come home, Darren. It's not what you think.
I can't say no.
Oh God.
Yeah, it was. Oh man.
Do you think the guy selling Titania 5000?
Yeah.
Actually, night and day, he's down. He's Tony Stark in it. He's building this thing
workshop,
in his
yeah,
white
yeah.
vest, or was he just like hired for the show? And it's like, just look professional and
Please, we
sell
need someone
this,
to
for
look
God's sake,
professional.
because
Yeah.
our bunch of sweaty wankers can't.
The way he was talking,
Imagine
was
being
like it was
hired
his
for that
project,
job. Yeah.
but then he
Yeah.
could have been hired to say it was his project.
Aye.
Yeah.
And this is the future of technology.
There was one more thing I wanted to mention, which was a transparent television.
Mm.
So it was.
Well, hang on a minute.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm.
So imagine a piece.
Imagine a projector.
Fuck me. Imagine a piece of glass.
Oh
It's
God.
just in your house, right?
Okay, some might call it a window. But...
Some might call it a window. The only point of having a transparent television would be to see through it to something else, right?
Indeed.
At the moment, my TV is against a wall, right? If you could see through my TV, you would see my wall.
Okay.
So I can only assume that you would therefore want to put your TV, your transparent television, in front of a window or something. I don't know. Anyway, when you do, and it powers up, the screen fills with images.
Okay.
But you can see through those images, through to what's beyond the TV.
So, so even when it's on,
Yeah, it's still bad.
yeah.
But the funniest thing is that, of course, if you imagine a TV that's glass, right, and you can see through it to the side, the contrast isn't great, right? You can't see the
Surely
picture
you
very well.
Surely you can't see. You can't see anything.
I'm going to be honest with you, Chris. It was barely visible.
What's the?
But don't worry, because there's a special blind that comes up from
Oh,
behind.
you can play the blind as well.
And the blind
Right.
rises from the base,
Yeah.
covers the glass completely. Now it looks like a telly. So now you can see it really clearly.
Oh, that's good.
But also, like,
But I could also just buy a telly, right?
because I thought the point you were making is like, oh yeah, but when you turn the TV off, no more ugly TV in the room. You can just see whatever's behind it.
Yeah, I guess technically that's true.
Normally people don't like to see behind them.
When you turn it on, you can also see what's behind it.
Yeah. But if there's a blind that rises, why not just have the whole TV
Just fold
fold
away.
out, which
With the same
already
technology of the blind.
which already exists?
Yeah.
Yes.
You put it in a bed.
Yes, there's
Oh,
fancy bed
that's a
TVs.
dream.
Yeah.
Put a TV in your bed. Woo!
This is what I mean. There's no problems left to solve. I mean, there are. There's world hunger. There's the global warming.
There's the important things.
and
yeah.
there's the
But
the entropy of space-time.
Those
matter.
aren't interesting.
Those aren't commercially viable.
We've seen transparent screens on TV. Sci-fi movies have transparent screens, which I honestly think were only invented so that we could see the actor through the screen in a scene where they're hacking or something. So some clever TV producer guy
Yeah.
was like, "Hey, if we film from behind the screen blocks the actor's face, and we need to see that face for that money." So what if the screens were transparent and it was futuristic? That'd be cool, wouldn't it? And I think honestly that changed because you think about the Avengers movies. Literally every screen in those movies is transparent.
Yeah.
Tony Stark's tapping away on a pane of
Yes.
glass, basically. So this is what the tech bros do. They see things in movies and they're like, "Oh fuck, AI,
Yeah, wouldn't that be cool?
that's in movies, right? Let's
That'd
make
be
that
a great thing to
transparent screens. That's in movies. Let's make that."
I mean, like, you're saying it in jest, but like, it is kind of scary, isn't it?
That's all they're doing. They're just looking at movies.
What if there are no ideas?
do. There are no ideas. Everything has been solved. The only inventions that will come now will probably just send us further into the abyss.
The very
in some way.
unsexy things. The things to solve are unsexy,
Yeah.
and you can't sell it.
And you won't make money off them.
No, because you can't sell it.
Guess what doesn't make money?
You can't sell it to the common man.
Feeding people.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
No one likes the idea of true innovation now would be making life 1% better for everyone every year,
Yes.
but we don't want that.
We don't want that.
That's
Nobody
not
wants
that's
that.
not good
Because
enough.
how do you
is it?
buy a product that you take home and put in your lounge
Yeah.
that does that? There's
You
no
can't
such
can't
thing.
brand a meal permanently. You know, except McDonald's.
Well, when everyone has a smartphone, I'm not even saying like the iPhone lickety split or whatever the latest one is.
That is actually what it's called.
Oh, that's
I
funny,
like
right?
that.
Yeah,
I like that one.
yeah.
But if you just have like an average smartphone, you
They're all
don't
identical.
you don't really need anything. It's already more powerful than
No.
computers from 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah, I have no. My phone is incredibly basic. I just upgrade to the one that's around the same price as my current contract.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
you want to take a photo? We whip your
Yeah,
phone
take
out.
your phone
you know?
out, mate. Do
Yeah,
that.
Want to watch a movie? You can do that.
Yeah, do all of that. It's great.
do anything.
Why not?
You know, there's really nowhere to go from here.
And I don't need all of that even, really. I just want to be able to maybe download a movie when I'm on the bus. I don't really go on the bus much anymore.
Because you've got an app for that.
Don't need to, yeah.
Just load the bus app.
I usually take the chopper.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
The
you know,
fold-out chopper.
So there's that.
Wasn't it like a few years ago was it Uber that basically reinvented the bus?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Was
they were
it?
like, what if you had one big Uber that was
Yeah.
just driving around town
And a
constantly?
load of people jumped on it. And honestly, it's almost like they didn't realise that they
That
just
is
invented the bus
that is a
again.
bus, yeah.
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 Uber are fucking mental, aren't they?
I've never purchased an Uber myself.
I've never. No, actually, Ali has for the two of us.
But Uber's not a unique thing other than it's cheaper than what London cab and New York, I guess, cab drivers were charging.
yeah,
It's not a unique thing. Like we have a company in Cooltown that does exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
And all it is GPSing their drivers. That's
Yeah.
all it is.
Yeah.
That's all Uber ever was, and still is all it is. It's just that it's somewhat cheaper than a black cab,
Yeah.
and that's why they became so big.
There's and it's probably cheaper because they don't technically employ anyone. Is it like Deliveroo? Like everyone isn't.
I think so.
Everyone's a freelancer.
They take a cut, or they're
They
paid.
have
an
They're
account.
paid the admin fee or whatever.
Isn't that like Lyft? Is that
Yeah,
the
LYFT.
UK or is that more in America? Like,
I
as
don't
a-
know. I don't know.
I know. I've heard of it. I don't know.
it does the same thing, but just it's
It's just
a
another
rival.
company.
Get
Yeah.
get an Uber.
But that's all it is. It's and stuff like the knowledge in London. If we're going back to London and Cockneys, been wiped out. Fuck, you don't need the knowledge now. You don't need any
GPS.
of that because
Everyone's got
computers.
Yeah,
Everyone's got GPS. Don't need it.
we got a taxi. Lucy and I were up in Liverpool
Oh,
last week, but we got a taxi, a traditional taxi.
One of
An
them.
old school
You know,
taxi.
and,
Taxi!
and even a local,
Yeah.
he got his GPS out.
Don't need
Might as
any.
well now.
You don't need any pre-existing knowledge. You just need to be able to follow a GPS.
Mhm.
Which is kind of sad in a way.
It is funny, isn't it? That's the sort of thing that we go, oh, that's a bit sad, isn't it? That's
But
been lost.
Everyone used to talk about the knowledge.
Yeah, the knowledge.
Of London.
Yeah, to learn.
Got such and finding the best way around London. Doesn't matter now. The knowledge is dead.
London.
Knowledge is dead. There you go.
Knowledge is
knowledge
dead.
Knowledge
dead.
is dead.
Every now and then, it's like turning to the village idiot and getting like a bit of wisdom. That's yeah.
What do you mean?
What? No, I was talking about someone else.
Oh.
Yeah, no, don't worry about
I was
that.
talking
That's all right.
yeah.
yeah.
But no, that's very profound.
Thank
Maybe-
you.
Maybe knowledge is
I
dead.
thought so.
Yeah.
No need for it now.
No, you don't
Just
need
Google it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
forget it. It's irrelevant, isn't it?
Do you want to hate?
Yeah,
or
I'll
should
go.
I
I'll
hate?
do one.
Yeah.
Go on,
Yeah, go on. I'll do one. I don't like point of view cameras for mundane things. So,
Okay.
people who used to like parachute and hang glide and all that kind of thing, they'd put point of view cameras on their heads or on their stomachs or whatever,
Yeah.
and you'd be like, "Oh, that's kind of cool."
It's like I'm flying.
It's cool,
like Bale.
It's cool because I'll probably won't do that.
Almost definitely wouldn't.
Yeah.
But I like the idea of seeing what they see.
Sure.
Or something that's like interesting or that I wouldn't do in everyday life.
Yeah.
People take point of view cameras to the car boot sale now. And it's like,
What, and live stream it?
yeah, pretty much. I don't mind a car boot. I've been to a car boot.
Yeah.
I've sold at a car boot. But obviously now my algorithms are complete fucking shambles.
Because of all the car boots you've been doing.
But all the car boots. But I see car boot accounts like, I went to the car boot. Come with me and see what I found. And they've literally taped a camera to their chest or their head or whatever. And they're going up to stores going, hello, how much for your Aston Villa shirts or whatever. And it's like, what the fuck? Why the fuck are you filming
Wait,
this?
so-
And it's so off-putting it must be so off-putting walking around a car boot with a camera strapped to you. To the seller.
Do you think they've hidden it?
I don't know, but that's worse in a way.
In a massive sombrero.
You've got that aspect of it. Like, A, have they hidden the camera away? Or B, are they just walking around with a camera taped to their head?
Yeah.
And then there's a vendor or whoever sent it a car boot going, what the fuck are you
I
doing?
do wonder about this sometimes. Like if you had it,
Do they need to consent to be on their
if you
YouTube
had like a
channel or what?
Yeah, I wonder.
GoPro or like a phone hanging around your neck,
Yeah.
would you? I'd
Does
probably.
the person you're talking to then need to say, hey, man, you can't put me on the internet or whatever? Or is it the other way around?
Wow, it's a Wild West, mate. You know.
Internet don't give a shit, do they?
You know?
Yeah.
And then
Dumbass.
from my point of view, why is that interesting?
Imagine sitting down to watch TV for an hour and it was watching a man going around a car boot
I'm
sale.
not kidding. It's a point of view video of a man at a car boot sale. There's a whole channel. There's more than one channel actually dedicated to this.
Car boot, Chris.
Yeah, it's pretty much that kind of thing.
I found
hey,
what?
I went to the fucking car boot. Come see my haul, and it's like an old coat hanger,
I got some
an
shoes that I
Aston
need.
Villa shirt to put on it.
Yeah.
That would be okay if that guy was the most compelling car boot.
Charismatic.
Charismatic.
It's not though. It's not. It's
Yeah.
a guy just going shuffling through shirts. He filmed that makes the cut. Shuffling through shirts, just going, I'll take these two, and that's the video. That's the whole video.
That's wild.
It's just mundane shit.
Have you seen like a
In the wild?
in
No,
your
well, I know. I
days
don't
on
think
the-
I have actually.
No.
I went again. This was more recent. We went to Bristol, and Bristol people like filming themselves in Bristol. Let me tell you, there was all sorts of people doing all sorts of crazy shit on skateboards and rollerblades and whatever, just filming it. And I'm like,
cool people
is this
doing
is this
cool
what
things.
Bristol's like? And I guess it is.
That's a cool
People
town.
just go around filming themselves doing all sorts of shit now, and there's an audience for it somehow. It's bizarre.
Or everyone hopes there is. Do you know what I mean?
Well,
Like, we
maybe.
live in a world where, like, we live in a society
Live in a
where
society.
it's possible for people to make a living off of the most banal content you've ever seen.
Yes.
And so everyone else who can't do that goes, it could be me. So
Yeah.
I'll film my boring, shitty life,
Yeah.
and maybe I'll be a millionaire. You know, maybe I'll be Mr. Beast.
Maybe you'll be a grillionaire.
Maybe
Oh yeah. Yeah.
could be.
A Melania air.
Yeah. Well, it's like
But it's just like I appreciate there's an element of if you're jumping out of a plane or whatever. It'd
Yeah,
be
well,
nice.
that's interesting.
That's interesting
exciting.
because I might like to watch it back later because obviously you don't particularly remember what you're doing at the time. It's interesting for other people who may genuinely have a worry about doing that, but are interested to see that kind of thing.
yeah.
And just stuff that's a bit more unique and that kind of thing. I get it.
Yeah.
I get why
Or-
you would have that film that yourself.
Or even like,
and you're not filming anyone else.
No.
You're just filming yourself.
But even if someone just had like a relatively mundane life, you could stumble upon, like in the same day, but like, I don't know, like 15 years ago, like a blog was like
Yeah.
quite the big currency of just talking about your shitty business.
Sure.
But like if they were really compelling, you'd be like, well, this person just lives in Oxford, but they're really funny and they're really interesting and I enjoy following them around.
Yeah.
But this is
But that's also my choice to be involved in that.
yeah.
Like a blog, I can go looking for it, or I can
Sure.
stumble upon it and go, "Oh yeah, that's for me. That revs my engine." Whereas these videos, he's going around ostensibly, I assume, filming people against their will and slapping it on the internet.
Yeah.
Just because they happen to be selling it at a car boot, and you're like, "That's so weird that you would do that. Think to do that."
I know. Why do you want to do it?
Yeah.
I haven't
If I was selling it at a car boot and someone had a camera taped to their head, I'd be like, "You better not be putting that on the internet." I don't want to be on the internet selling my wares.
I
My
haven't
old
seen
board games that don't have enough jigsaw pieces.
I
or-
haven't seen the scene. I didn't watch it, but I know for a fact there's like I've seen people like vlogging their life, and they're literally just like sorting out their house.
Yeah.
So
Boring.
it's like, join me today as I continue my decluttering of the spare room.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I know
That's a point of view video though.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
them doing it with the camera taped to their head.
Yeah.
And it's like, what?
It's like,
But-
I've got to tidy up the spare room today. But also, I do need to put a YouTube video out today for my 4 fans.
Yeah.
So I know, 2 birds with 1 stone. I'm a fucking genius.
Yeah.
I'll record it. Content.
I'll clean. And
Please check
record
out
it.
my Patreon. I'm currently on about 15 grand a month.
Yeah.
But
We really can't afford to keep this channel going.
yeah,
Oh, I've just had a donation. 100 quid. Thanks, Damien XXX Poob.
I'm gonna
Ninja.
I'm gonna pick up this piece of tat just for you.
Yeah.
Oh,
There we are.
there we go.
Move that bit over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
There
for
we
you,
go.
Damien. That's for you.
There we go.
But I don't know. To play devil's advocate
Sure.
in the same
Here we
way
go.
that you're to
Yeah.
literally fall asleep to escape reality, you need a video.
No, I need a
Match
song.
of the day.
You need a song.
Like Spotify, it's just audio. The
Yeah, I'm culturally aware of that.
The fall asleep track.
Hey,
Let
John,
me
do you know what Spotify is?
Let me explain, John, to you.
Okay, I'll tell you this. I wish Spotify were just audio. There's bloody
Yeah, well,
they're
yeah.
videos
For
left,
me,
right,
though,
and
I'd
centre
switch
now.
the screen off. It's just audio to fall
Okay,
asleep.
okay,
Match of the day, I
yeah.
only watch. I always say to this, I won't fall asleep. But I do.
I won't.
I won't, but I have. I will and have.
But
Go on, you
And
can
how.
carry on.
because I cannot believe that there is a market for half this stuff because
Oh.
no one would do anything if
Yeah.
no one was watching.
I'll be totally honest with you, John. I found myself watching it and then going, "Fucking hell, what am I doing?
Well,
what am I doing?"
There you go, a reaction.
Yeah.
They got a reaction.
Is it
did.
just
Isn't that
like
the sign of genius? When you polarize opinion?
But is it? Is it though?
If you hate something and some people love it,
Is
then maybe you
is
created an
taping a
emotional
camera to
response.
your head and filming yourself at a car boot genius?
No.
No,
No,
it's
That's
not.
what
Is
it's
it?
telling us.
It's not. It's not.
The economy of creativity is completely
Yeah.
skewed. Yeah.
Yeah,
Now,
and it's not just the car boot, man. You know, there's loads of people doing
They're all at
weird,
it.
weird, mundane crap.
but this is, I
Watch
think,
me go down to the fish and chip shop.
but I think
Yeah.
we've talked about this. Like the moment one person does it, and they suddenly gain a following for no inexplicable talent, charisma, or compelling reason.
Sure.
Then like, who's to say that everyone can't do it? You know, the moment the first person strapped a camera to his dick and went round, you know, urinals,
Yeah.
you know, I'm
doing
pissy.
a urinal review.
Yeah, I'm pissy Dave. Come on
Yeah.
down.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gagging for it. A piss
Woo.
days. You know.
This is the Tidal 5000. Have you seen
Yeah.
a urinal like this?
Wow!
Oh,
And
it's
look
got
at
an
it-
automated flush system.
Look at this new weird Dyson hand dryer.
I'll put my dick in that.
So like the moment that happens.
Yeah.
To be fair, I might do that because
That's-
no one's done that.
Yeah.
Haven't they?
If
'Cause
I
I-
go to public toilets with a GoPro on with my dick out,
Yeah.
I think I'll be fine.
But that's
Which bit of you? No.
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 But that's
The ball- it's
but
always
that's
the ball.
Then the
anti.
dick comes into shot.
Yeah, yeah.
But that's
yeah.
anti-content, right? But but someone will probably watch that and it's like, babe, what you doing? It's 2 a.m. I'm
Yeah.
just
Babe.
oh, it's all right,
I'm
love.
just watching Nick's dicks.
Go out and see how
Yeah.
Nick Six. Spelled with DICH.
Oh yeah, I'm just. Oh no, go back to sleep, babes. I'm just watching fourth
sticks.
hour of this guy just pissing.
Yeah.
How does he keep pissing?
Yeah, where is it all coming from?
He's drinking as he pisses. It's incredible.
Yeah.
I think he needs help.
I think he's. I think I'm
I
watching
wonder,
a man
like-
die.
Cumulatively, if you like filmed every piss you've ever had, let's say.
And then montage.
How much content
Yeah,
would
how
you get?
long would that last?
That would probably be a real long time.
I wonder.
Yeah, I think it's like 19 seconds average piss.
Is it?
Right? And then
And how many peas are you having-
pisses?
how many
you
peas
don't
you having a
count.
day?
So
Oh
you have
no,
a
I'm
million a
sorry,
day.
I'm the outlier.
I reckon
No,
I have like
I'm
3 or
pissing
4
right now.
pisses a day.
Yeah, I think I'm probably more than that. I reckon at the moment.
Let's say 5 for convenience. That's 100 seconds of piss a day.
A day per day. How many days?
Oh, here
have
we
we
go.
Going?
All right, hang on.
Wait, I mean like Jesus. I'm like 5 pisses a day.
You're a machine.
Yeah.
Right. So a
double
year,
that. Okay. Well, we
365 divided by. Wait, no. That's
divided by.
What time?
365.
What's the square root of?
Oh my god. I
So
can't-
you're saying in a day, you'd piss
5 times.
5 times, right?
Yeah.
Captain Kidneys over here. Each piss, let's round it up, 20 seconds.
Yeah.
So it's 100 seconds of piss
100 seconds of piss.
a day. So 100 times 365
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So 100 times 365 is 36,500. Yeah. obviously.
seconds,
seconds.
divided by 60
Per year.
Divided by 60 is 608.
minutes a year of
Okay.
pissing, divided by 60.
Divided by 60 is 10, basically.
Okay, so you spend 10 hours a year pissing.
Okay, so then multiply that by my age, which is 39. That's 390 hours of piss. That's a lot of piss.
That's a lot of piss. If you put it
Yeah,
all together.
yeah, wow.
They're
Why
actually
why
not
did we
that
do
long.
that?
To see whether the video would be watchable, I guess. Because if I
That'd be a heavy watch.
videoed
wouldn't
every
it?
piss.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
sometimes it's red, and everyone's like, ooh,
Oh.
Oh.
something's wrong.
Uh-oh. Will he be back tomorrow? Or
What if what if occasionally
this will be my last one?
what if occasionally the jet that comes out is really wide and like
but like flat.
exactly it only takes a second.
And it makes a sort of bark sound when it like ejects.
That's the whole piss.
Shatters the toilet on the way
Yeah,
out.
literally cracks it up.
Oh no. Oh no. Anyhow, it's been a short one today.
Short one today, lads. Catch you next week.
Oh, I'll catch you next week. I'm just going to lie down.
That one took something out of me, literally.
Anyway, my overriding opinion is do the interesting stuff, but
Get on with your life.
get on with your life. Don't strap a camera to your head and take you to the car boot.
Yeah, fuck off.
I've got a hate.
Oh, yeah.
I hate the inconsistent logic in movies when it comes to talking animals.
Oh,
Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
Okay.
So,
are we starting with Doolittle, or are
This
we
is
going?
good because I might not agree with this. Let's see what
no,
this is.
because
They can't actually talk.
right off the bat, I'm
Doolittle.
going to stop you there.
Yeah.
Doolittle doesn't count because that
Okay.
is expressly about a human who can talk to
The animals
an animal.
can't talk. It's just that he can understand them, so we hear them talking for our effect.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So
all right.
my point is, okay, so let's picture an
want
animated.
some actual
Let's picture an
examples.
animated movie,
Yeah.
and it might be called like Miss Pettigrew's Teapot, and it's about like a little mouse,
Yeah.
and she lives in a teapot.
Oh, that's
And then maybe like I don't know, an industrialist is going to like destroy. Yeah, there's always like human.
teapot.
The point is that humans always have to interact with the mouse world.
They
So-
have to connect to the mouse world in some
Yeah.
antagonistic capacity.
Yeah. So my point is, we will spend 2 acts of the movie, so a long time in the presence of a mouse called Miss Pettigrew,
Yeah.
Who lives in
and
a teapot.
it lives in a teapot, and she's wearing like a hat. She's a mouse,
Yeah.
but she's
no,
wearing,
I got that.
She's
yeah.
wearing a hat. She's
Wait,
probably,
so she's a mouse?
yeah.
Right.
Just,
okay.
let's just
Yeah,
confirm
yeah,
this.
no.
She's wearing a hat. That's not something a mouse does.
Yeah.
That's why I was
So
confused.
yeah. Well, here's to clarify. Talking about a mouse, a talking mouse
Fuck.
Yeah.
stands upright.
It's also wearing a hat.
Yeah,
Stands
wears a
on 2
hat.
legs.
Lives in a teapot that is furnished like a house, like a tiny,
home.
like a home, like a tiny. They're not living in a shit ravaged pit, is what I'm saying. They're living in a
So angry.
Like
when
a-
you said-
like
a
a-
shit ravaged pit.
Like a regular mouse.
yeah, like a regular mouse. They're living in a like a 1950s era.
Yeah.
There'd be like crockery on the wall,
Yeah.
and then
Who manufactures the mouse-sized pottery?
one would
That's a lot of questions. Isn't
one
it?
would imagine there's a mouse culture.
Mouse
So
society.
Miss Pettigrew, she'll go on a quest. Maybe she'll meet like a talking crow at some point, and
Yeah, maybe.
and he's wearing a waistcoat or something. I don't know. And my point is, animals talking to animals. They're clearly animals, and they're all wearing one item of clothing.
To
Yeah.
distinguish them.
Yeah, because they're never like wearing like t-shirt and jeans because that's like too
very
much.
rare, yeah.
It's always like
Imagine a crow in jeans.
it's always
It'd be
like,
hard to find clothes to fit as a crow.
well,
Would be.
indeed, yeah.
Their anatomy's all weird.
Yeah, well, they're probably. I mean, like there's probably bird tailors and all that.
Why
Sure.
is it right?
Here we go.
Because you've got
We're
my
already going
cogs
off.
turning with this.
Okay. I haven't quite. Yeah.
No, but what? So let's say it's a mouse and a crow. How come they could understand each other?
Well, fair. Okay. Yeah.
They're very
Well,
different.
no,
There
this
seems
is
to be a
no-
universal animal language.
This is very, yeah, exactly.
Is this
exactly.
poignant to your
Yeah,
point?
no, this is a fine point because it's generally accepted that all the animals can talk to each other in this world,
Yes.
and then
And then here
there
we
will
go.
always come a point. This is
no.
kind of like end of Act 2, lowest moment, where the evil industrialist human who wants to bulldoze, I don't know, the Grove and turn it into like
Grove. Like a grove.
But a grove, and
we?
and turn it into a housing estate.
Yeah.
He'll find. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the mouse is trying to maybe Mrs. Pettigrew and her little ragtag bunch of mice are trying to sabotage a bulldozer or something like that.
Yeah.
If we can get in and chew the wires on the yellow devil, we'll be able to. Anyway, the point is, a human will pick up the mouse.
Yeah.
Which up until this
villainous-
point,
the villainous
the
human.
villainous
Oh,
human.
yeah, I know
So
where
we're
this is going.
we're 68 minutes into the movie.
Yeah.
This mouse wearing a hat and I don't know, and a rucksack, and
rucksack.
talking.
Yeah.
Talking. A human will pick up this mouse, and the mouse will scream.
Yeah.
And the human never goes. This mouse
Yeah.
can talk
Yeah.
because that.
Or that the mouse is wearing a jumper.
Well, here's the point: that it would break reality to have the mouse talk to the human. So that's unheard of.
Yeah.
They're not going to
That
talk
would
to.
be crazy.
But the human never goes. Fuck my ass. That mouse is wearing a waistcoat. Because in this universe, you can accept that, well, clearly animals can talk to animals.
Yeah.
They can't talk to humans. That's unreal.
Now, my assumption was always
Right.
the jumper thing. I agree with. 'cause
Okay,
that would
yeah.
freak you out, wouldn't it? My assumption was always that the animals had a universal language, but that humans couldn't
Yes.
understand them.
Yeah.
That was always the way I approached.
Which we know
Yes.
Because when I go down to Farthing Wood, for example,
Yeah.
I can't hear them talking. I just hear tweet, tweet, tweet in the
Yeah.
branches.
No.
So the proof is all around me. I
Yes,
can't
it is,
understand
yeah.
animals.
No.
Despite getting naked and rolling in the the
Doesn't
hay.
improve my understanding at all.
No.
No.
Just makes you smell.
I end up in prison every fucking
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, in mouse prison.
Doesn't fit.
And they give me a waistcoat.
You just have to put a little toe in.
They put a waistcoat on my dick.
Yeah, so
That'll make for
yeah.
interesting footage for the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got a little waistcoat on it
next day.
today.
But isn't this funny? Because I imagine even a kid watching one of his movies,
Yeah.
if like there comes a point where the mouse says to the evil industrialist and goes, "Please, sir, don't demolish my home." And
Fuck you, Mr. Man.
Fuck you, Mr. Man.
Fuck you. This is my wood.
Oh, you little mice, you'll never get the better of me.
Fuck you.
Yeah,
sir.
fuck you, fuck me, fuck you.
No,
Yeah.
fuck you though. Fuck off.
Wait, who's this movie?
They're just,
This is movie 4.
Wait, what audience are we pitching this at?
What rating is this?
just fucking stop it.
Just fucking stop it with the diggers and the bulldozers and shit. Just fuck off.
So I think I think a child who's never watched a movie before would understand that to have a mouse talk to a human is breaking some unspoken
It's
law.
the breach of the agreement.
Yeah. Like the industrialist would probably upturn a jam jar and
put it over the mouse.
Yeah, put it over the mouse. And
Definitely.
they'd have to be rescued by a young plucky baby mouse or whatever who's got
Yeah,
a
or a
catapult
human who's
or something.
befriended the mice.
Yeah. So no one can question talking. They can't talk. Interspecies chat is impossible. But everyone will be like, oh well, the mouse clearly wears clothes. That's fine.
Yeah,
oh, and that mouse can clearly operate complex machinery.
These mouses.
These mouse.
These mouse. That's the
Is there a plural for mouse, Joe?
one mice?
There's no way of knowing.
These mouse are clearly smart enough to understand that they have to sabotage the wiring of a bulldozer.
Yeah.
But he's not going to question that aspect. He's just going to be like, God damn these pesky mouse, and put a jam jar on it.
Yeah.
Like, because that's almost equivalent to the waistcoat, right? Is that like, how are these mice so fucking smart?
Yeah. Wouldn't it be a weird moment of kinship where a human who's just trying to build affordable housing for a community that desperately needs it picks up a small rodent but is also wearing tailored clothing like him? And even though they can't talk, wouldn't that be a weird moment of going like, isn't it odd that our cultures have evolved in such similar pathways?
Yeah, it'd be great if the industrialist was also wearing a waistcoat. And they're just like, nice.
Oh god.
But he was just wearing a waistcoat,
Yeah.
nothing else. Just like the mouse.
I don't like it when human animals, right?
Anthropomorphized
Human animals.
Animals have pets in
Oh.
movies.
Oh yeah, that's very dirty.
They'll
That's
often
weird.
Like
they might...
there's a mouse. Let's say again a mouse
Okay.
or mouses if it's a family.
Many mouse.
That has
One
like
mouse.
a pet dog that's smaller than them.
But it wouldn't be a dog.
No,
Well,
it is.
Mickey
though.
Mouse has a pet dog.
Well, no, you see,
There's two different types of dog.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
yeah, well...
Disney
yeah.
has two different types of dogs. Goofy,
Yeah.
who's a man dog, and Pluto, who's a dog.
Who's a dog man.
Who's a dog man. But they exist in the same. On
Yeah.
the same plane.
Okay,
They
now
got the same
first
face.
and foremost,
Yeah, they pretty much got the same.
very
face,
important
yeah.
distinction. Mickey
Yeah.
Mouse is not the size of an actual mouse. He's an adult.
This is what I mean.
Man
That's what
mouse.
I'm saying.
He's an adult man mouse.
Isn't Zootropolis another victim of this?
Zootopia, I think you'll
That's
find
what I said.
it. Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Do they have pets?
Yeah,
Do they have pets?
I don't know.
Are they little naked men?
I feel like I remember
Yeah, there's loads of tiny naked men in that film.
like would-be small animals have pet animals.
How do we feel? Because we're going deep into this shit now.
This is in my brain.
How do we feel when an animal is anthropomorphized in such a way that it's basically just got an animal head, but then it's just got basically just a human body?
Yeah.
Ooh.
So Julie Hopps in Zootopia is a bit like this.
I've still never seen Juditopia.
Zooey Judy Deschanel. Yes. So she stands on her back legs. She isn't round like a rabbit,
Well,
which is round in certain ways. What are you laughing
No, nothing. John knows. I'm not gonna say it.
Juditopoulos.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah. So,
she
you're
stood
talking
up
about
like a human woman.
You're talking about the rabbit with the dump truck ass. Yeah.
Yeah. She has rabbit feet,
Right.
and
yeah.
a rabbit head.
Oh yeah, because it'd be ridiculous if she had
But
human
then
feet.
she's got hands. They're furry, but they're hands because she holds things and handles things and operates tools and machinery and forklifts and the like. So it's like, is that a rabbit?
Yeah.
Because it's not.
Yeah, but I see
Skeletally,
I see where
anatomically,
But mice don't wear jumpers either.
hormonally.
I see where you're getting at though, because
Oh.
there are rules. We could have a anthropomorphic humanoid like rabbit, but you couldn't have bare human feet.
Imagine
they'd
that.
have.
But they do.
Good God, imagine that.
Rabbits. Oh, God.
Well, I'm
But the rabbits
imagining.
don't have human feet.
Right, we watch a show called Pip and Posy.
Oh no.
And they are anthropomorphized animals, but Pip is a rabbit man. And
Rabbit man.
Posy is a mouse girl.
What makes it a rabbit man?
Well, he's human.
His massive
He's
dick.
basically a human, but he's a rabbit. But he
Oh,
could be a
it's-
human.
It's so clear now. You've
Yeah,
explained
Yeah, I'm
it so
glad.
He
well.
wears
I'm glad,
clothes, he
glad we
stand-
got to the bottom
He
of
wears
that.
clothes. He stands like a boy man. but he has bare feet because he has such large
And they're
rabbit
human.
feet.
They're rabbit feet.
But they're human shaped. But they're rabbit feet.
Wait,
You're
Do
confu-
they
you're
have? I'm confused.
you're
Do
confused.
they have fur?
Yes,
But they have 5 toes like a man.
kind of. Yeah, but he wears jeans and a t-shirt.
Okay, no, I think I understand.
and how do his
If
feet?
he were a man, you wouldn't question it.
How-
Because he's a rabbit, you're thinking
How do his legs hinge?
Yeah,
like
they
a
hinge
man's. Like,
backwards.
no, like a man's.
It just looks like
Because Judy Hopps do hinge backwards.
they do hinge backwards.
We've really mastered the English language tonight. A
no,
rabbit
he-
boy man.
If you shaved him, he'd probably be a man or a boy.
He just looks like a grey.
But he's a rabbit. Yeah, he's a grey rabbit.
Grey
Last
skinned
time we went to the
man.
pub over Christmas with you, John. Jacob had action figures of them.
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's those.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what I'm talking about.
I see.
There's a fine line between if you're going to stick
They
an
weren't
animal
action
head.
figures. Action figures is a very generous
Yeah.
description.
If you're going to stick an animal head on a humanoid body, Nick will know this as a professional artist.
Hello.
And I've seen some of the folders in our shed storage.
I'm not ashamed.
There's like a ratio thing, isn't it? Like if you stick a rabbit head on a human proportioned body,
And it's the same size as a human head.
that's very creepy.
It's incredibly
And
creepy.
also, the mouse and the rabbit are the same size.
Yes.
Do you remember that sexy...
And there's a dog also that's the same size.
Do you remember that sexy rabbit woman that advertised Galaxy Caramel, was it?
Oh,
was it
yeah.
Or was it
Yeah.
Cadbury's Caramel? I can't
Cadbury's
remember.
Yeah.
Caramel.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
was
she had a
sexy.
woman's body.
Did she?
I'm not sure now.
Okay.
She did.
Yes.
I know what you mean.
Let's definitely Google this on my home Wi-Fi.
Oh, it's fine. What was she called? What was her name?
Just put caramel.
Just
rabbit.
put sexy
caramel
sexy
rabbit.
caramel rabbit.
Caramel rabbit. Let's see what happens. My algorithm. Oh fuck.
There you go.
Yeah. So she's got it. She's furry. That's a new one.
That's not an official picture.
Yeah.
That's a fan picture. These are all fan pictures.
I can't.
None of these are
find-
officially approved.
I can't
by
imagine
Cadbury.
DeviantArt would have
my
any
God.
fan creations on it.
Are we getting into sexy animal cartoon characters? Because I'll give you another one if you want.
Yeah, go on.
Sally Acorn.
Oh god, yeah.
Well-
bring Sally Acorn back. To be honest, we're not finding. There she is. I think that's the original.
Yeah, that's very provocative.
So she does
The
have rabbit.
raccoon's in love with her.
She has rabbit feet, but she's got a human woman.
Yeah,
body.
now the thing is that she's flipped the script though, hasn't she? Because we're talking about feet.
What were we? What
because
were we?
this
What were we
podcast's
talking
all
about?
about feet.
What were we talking about?
Shut up.
Shut up and focus in.
Yeah, we were talking about feet, and I feel
She's got rabbit feet.
I feel like somebody higher up at Cadbury's was like, "All right, guys, we got the brief that you wanted to have a sexualized rabbit, a female rabbit.
The brief.
Now, we think we can bring this in, and it won't be creepy." But you've got to respect the foot rule. Like it
And the
can't.
foot rule is-
It can't be a human foot.
If it's a human foot, then she's naked,
Yeah.
and that's not tenable.
And they're like, "Don't worry, boss. It's going to be a very cute cartoon rabbit. Definitely got rabbit feet."
Yeah.
And then they send that in, and they're like, "She does appear to have a
Nipples.
well, yeah.
She
She has a suggestive bulge.
does,
which
Judy Hopster has.
Uh,
We're talking about boobs, right?
well, yeah. A rabbit, I guess, wouldn't
Have a bosom.
have a bowsum. Yeah.
This is going so well.
It's going really.
Yeah.
This is going really well.
They've created the suggestion
Yes.
of a womanly figure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
indeed.
Yeah.
What were we talking about?
What was the original? Because
Oh,
all I
inconsistency.
can think about now is the caramel rabbit.
What was
Like all of us.
Yeah.
Wasn't there another weird TV ad, and it might have been Cadbury's, I can't remember, where it was a load of like wildlife, but one of them was like a deer lady,
Oh.
like a sexy deer woman,
Oh no.
and one of them was a giraffe, and they were on a swing, and there was like
Oh.
loads of anthropomorphized, and they were all super sexy.
Oh Jesus Christ! Yeah, wasn't it like a shampoo or
was it
something?
a shampoo thing?
I
Yeah.
don't remember that.
And they were in a forest on a swing. I'm sure.
Oh my
You're
God!
probably
There it
right,
is.
I don't remember it.
That's crawling out of a memory pit.
Yeah,
That one.
That was really hot. That one.
I spent a lot of years suppressing that.
Yeah.
There are a lot of sexy cartoon animals.
We don't get that so much anymore.
No,
For good reason.
it's almost like we learnt
Yes.
something as a society.
I do think the pursuit of anthropomorphizing animals in various different media contexts is quite interesting, and what the rules are. Because the head rule, I think, is important.
Mm.
The amount of clothing rule is important. The foot rule, I think, genuinely exists.
Mm.
Because if they do have human feet, then questions start to be asked. That sexy Cadbury's bunny only wears a neckerchief.
Which is an interesting choice in itself.
But isn't it interesting? Because if she wasn't wearing anything at all, then we go, oh, she's naked. That's weird. But you put a neckerchief on, and you're like, oh, well, she's not.
But I was wondering though, they could have picked any outfit.
Yes.
Do you think it's like wearing socks? Do you,
Just have one.
God, imagine you was just wearing socks.
as you said, like wearing nothing but socks is worse than just being naked.
That's true.
Yeah, I
That's
kind
objectively true.
I kind of feel like wearing effectively a tie and nothing else.
That's what Yogi Bear wears.
Yeah, and he's
And
a
a hat.
massive pervert.
Does Yogi Bear wear a hat?
He's
Yeah,
a
I think he does,
raging
yeah.
He wears
pervert
a hat and a tie.
I mean,
And a collar.
Both are
And
completely
a collar.
Yeah,
completely
Kong-
redundant.
Donkey Kong wears a tie.
that's true. Yeah, and he's a raging pervert as well.
But would you
Diddy
say
Kong has a t-shirt.
would you say an actual rabbit in like our world was naked?
I don't think I would.
You know?
Because we refer to them as having a coat.
Yeah, but if you saw a rabbit, you live closest to a field. If you went out on your
That
mower,
doesn't make me an expert.
Makes you a pervert.
You live closest to a field, so you're well placed to comment on this.
yeah, but if you went on your morning, whatever you do in your weird
Jaunt.
pervert field,
Yeah,
um,
they do call it that.
yeah,
Pervert field.
Yeah.
if you're out going for a walk and you see a rabbit just wearing a t-shirt,
Yeah,
Imagine a rabbit wearing
does that rabbit suddenly seem very naked to you?
more
This is the
more
thing.
naked than if it was wearing nothing.
Yeah,
We joke a lot about Donald Duck in it or Winnie the Pooh in it, right? Because Donald Duck and Winnie the Pooh
Yeah.
both just wear tops.
Yes.
And yet never in all of my life, until I started making that joke, have I ever seen them as naked
yeah.
or,
Ne-
or
right.
bottomless. I never saw it like that.
No, it's because you can't see any junk. That's true.
Is duck junk?
That's true.
Is duck junk weird? Is duck junk weird somehow?
Could you say duck junk again?
Oh no,
Duck,
John, you lost focus there.
That's why my beer fell off.
duck
Yeah.
junk.
Woo!
Oh, that's the joke.
Oh,
Set you
dear.
up. Yeah, is it weird? Is it like spiral penises or something? Don't hedgehogs have spiral penises?
Yeah, because they got to go fast.
Got a drill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I think we've amply covered that entire subject.
yeah. So I guess
Conclusions?
it's funny, isn't it? Because I guess if you were having that, Mrs. Pettigrew at her teapot or whatever,
Oh yeah.
if you never saw a human, I guess my thesis is if you never saw a human in that entire movie, you would just assume that this is some kind of fantasy or alien world or whatever.
I might have more questions if I didn't see a human.
Where it's
She's
only-
living in a teapot.
Oh, fuck, you're right. Like a massive
Yeah.
teapot.
Yeah, it's like is it a post-apocalyptic
Who
story?
made the teapot?
I believe.
Damn
in-
it,
in
you're right.
summary,
Damn it! I fucked it.
It's disrespectful of us to assume that all animals speak the same language.
I think so.
I think.
Do you remember the
That's
book
the way I
series
feel.
Redwall?
I loved
Did you ever read
the
Red
Red
Wall?
Wall
Don't
books.
That was a series.
Never,
of...
never
Never-
read a fucking book,
That's it,
mate.
they don't like not especially
It's
literally.
too easy, you like playing football.
I'm too busy being an absolute legend.
Fucking watching Match of the Day. and shit.
Yeah.
Like it was a series of children's novels, fantasy novels, but it was all about hedgerow animals. So it was like badgers and
I
mice
see.
and gerbils and hamsters and lizards and shit. And it was, hedgerow animals. and they'd go on like Like there was one where they got on a boat and they sailed down a river, and effectively it was probably like quite a small little stream, but for them it was like this epic quest.
Hey,
Sure.
the only thing, as a Redwall scholar,
Which you are, yeah.
they were always on fucking rivers.
They loved a river.
Every book involved a river at some point. Couldn't get enough of it.
And you're a Redwall scholar, as just self.
Oh, yeah,
just
there it
self,
is, yeah.
Espoused. So did they all speak the same language?
Yes.
Fuck.
Like,
So I was about to say, if
That's-
any book would have dealt with that the way I think it should have been dealt with.
That's like their language, like the language between a mouse and a crow would probably be as different as the language between us and a mouse.
Yes,
Indeed,
agreed, because we're
yeah.
different
In real,
species.
you know,
We got
but
different vocal
But
cords.
in every movie, all the animals understand and can speak to one another on the same level.
And that's your biggest problem.
I think so.
yeah, no, it's a fair point though. The big thing in Redwall is that it was Redwall Abbey. It was like a massive red brick abbey, and even having read like 20 plus of these books, I could never work out, is the abbey built to mouse dimensions or is it built to human
Well, here's another thing,
dimensions?
because the badgers and the mice were roughly the same size.
They were indeed.
Badgers were generally a bit bigger,
That's another
Yeah.
problem.
but they were described like you would describe meeting a big man. But like a badger is like 30 times bigger than a mouse.
Yeah.
Maybe not quite that many
Have
times.
you ever seen the movie Ants with a Z?
Yes.
Yes, once.
Good movie. I like that movie.
Many a year ago.
Many a year ago.
The final shot of that movie is them panning out, and it turns out the whole movie has taken place just around one dustbin. Whereas it feels like quite like the whole movie is
huge
based
land.
on the fact on this like this big epic
I like
adventure, and it's actually just based on one little patch of grass.
That's good.
That's a metaphor, that.
No, I think it's just because they're fucking ants.
Because they're small, John.
Yeah.
They're small little ants. You see,
They're really small. Not
You're-
everything's a metaphor.
you're
John.
confused, John.
But what if
see you're confused.
what if a human being had tripped and
Well,
and
there is a big foot in it at one point.
there's a big foot.
Yeah.
Oh, is it a hot foot?
No, he had a shoe on it.
Fuck. I'm not going to watch that movie then.
And it nearly got one of the ants with his head.
Well, this I guess I was going to say something facetious, and then of course I realised I'm probably just describing B movie.
That's a different insect movie.
Yeah.
Where a bee falls in
Yeah.
love with a human
Yeah.
woman.
So then humans are talking to bees.
No, the ants
In that movie, they
are
deal
just
with it.
ants.
If I
Do they
remember right,
do that? I haven't seen.
He speaks English, does the bee, but he speaks so fast she can't hear it.
Fuck.
Right.
There's a weird joke in where he has to talk through a machine or something that slows his. I might be dreaming this. I'm starting to back out now. I think I'm having an aneurysm.
Anyway,
I can smell burnt toast.
I've been Anyway, there we go. I've been very lucky with this. That's
given
it.
you a lot
That's
of
me.
time.
That's done. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't just kill it dead, John.
It's great. It's
You can't
flawless.
shut it down.
No movie involving animals and humans has never not made sense, so we can just walk away.
That is true. To be fair, the most consistent thing is how inconsistent they are. How about that?
Yeah.
How about that?
Sure.
Who's got a love?
I've got a love.
Nick's got a love.
I had a cup of tea on the toilet
Oh, that does sound good.
the other day.
That does sound
I had
good.
a cup of tea and I did a poo at the
Yeah.
same time.
That does sound good.
It was great.
That does sound good.
I've never done it before, right?
No.
Because I always thought, never the twain shall meet. Those two things cannot come together, right?
Yeah.
Because if I poo in a room and some poo particles go up into the air,
Poo particles.
and then they sprinkle down into my beverage, that's gross, right?
Right.
But then I thought, what if I don't give a shit about that?
Yeah.
What if I just, because I
Literally.
I just made a cup of tea, fresh, hot tea. Love it when it's fresh.
Fresh hot tea.
Then I felt another freshness building
That's
inside me.
great name for a company. Fresh hot tea.
The new fresh hotness is
The new fresh hotness was brewing, and I needed a poo, and I was like, well,
Yeah.
this is annoying because I'll have to put my tea on the side. I'll have to
Yeah.
rush a poo. No one wants to rush a poo.
No.
I need to come out and then have a lukewarm tea.
Yeah.
I lose in both ways. I lose out on the poo,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I lose out on the tea. So I was like, hang on, what if I combine
What
the
if
two
we
together?
combine the
And you know
two?
what? It's more than double the experience. I'll tell you that right
Okay.
now. It's more than twice as good.
Do you? Wow.
Were you still able to read on the toilet?
No, I left my phone.
Right.
Wait. Are you suggesting he was pooing so hard he went blind?
Sometimes that
I'm
happens.
saying that whenever I'm backing one out, I am reading something.
Usually I'm reading something
Yeah.
I'm usually
Yeah.
reading.
or watching something.
Yeah.
Yeah, scrolling in some capacity or another. But no, I could rest my phone to play some videos, have
Sure.
a cup of tea resting on my knee, and then pinched out a growler. And I felt incredibly decadent. I think I felt a little bit
does
like
sound- yeah.
how Henry VIII probably felt.
When he was drinking tea.
Just when he did anything, really.
And
I think he
shitting,
was
yeah.
shitting all the time, to be honest. I get
Wow.
the feeling Henry VIII was probably shitting all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah, that's a lot to unpack.
To be honest, it actually isn't. You think it is.
Yeah.
But then when you do it, which you will now because I've introduced you to the
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
will probably
I think I will do it.
you will probably go, oh, I get it. It
No,
really is just
I even just thinking about it, it does sound.
you bring two things together and then they become greater than the sum of their parts.
Yeah, I'm okay with this. I just feel maybe we shouldn't have like addressed it publicly. Like,
That's too late for that.
oh yeah,
Yeah. You can't edit this, John.
no,
It's
no,
just live,
no,
right?
no. We can't just have like a 13-minute white noise.
This has been quite a bad episode.
I think it
hasn't
has been quite a bad
Yeah, because
episode.
we've talked
yeah.
a lot about like gross animal stuff
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
sex robots,
Yeah,
and now we've done this.
yeah.
I am
It's
I'm
the
thinking
thought has
of our
occurred.
best episodes.
Yeah.
Well, that's the other side of the coin.
Conversely,
Anything
been-
that we commit to audio and then publish is a choice.
Yes.
And
the thing is, John, I don't remember anything I've ever said on this podcast.
no,
No.
that's true. But the internet will.
No, I don't think so.
Well, I don't think anyone's listening.
No.
I weirdly don't think so.
Yeah. No, you're right. Actually, kind of like actively, what's the word? Alienating our audience over the years has been a saving grace.
To be
I
fair, it
think.
hasn't been working as effectively as I would have liked.
No, indeed.
No. They,
Oh, that bloody hell! That reminds me.
Okay.
You know, we talked for like half an hour about lightsabers instead of
Yes,
doing
I
the
do remember that,
actual
yeah.
pod
Yeah.
last time.
Oh yeah.
We had a comment.
Did we?
A comment?
Yeah, a comment.
What on what? What do you mean?
On Spotify.
Oh,
I didn't know you could do that.
I know, like an actual human
You
being.
lie,
Yeah, I
John.
know.
What
it's
did they
ma-
say?
I don't have my phone to hand. I
Probably-
can't
probably
remember.
tell us how we're wrong.
Just
I
paraphrase.
expect.
No, it was something about how the Sith had given up on like turning their lightsabers on and off with like a switch or something like that. I don't know. I can't remember.
Oh.
It sounded like actually no. It was a thoughtful, intelligent comment by someone who actually listened to the pod and
Oh,
found meaning in our
Jesus.
nonsense. And I'm doing them a grave disrespect by not actually having their comment to hand or
Wow.
paying attention.
Well,
Never mind.
I guess if you're listening now,
Comment at this. Can they comment on like on a timestamp? Is that the
I
idea?
don't really know how
Just
anything
comment on
works,
this
yeah.
timestamp.
I cannot stress enough how much I've given up on the admin of this podcast.
Yeah.
Like
yeah. Yeah.
our analytical software literally just
There is no-
ceased functioning.
there isn't
Yeah,
really
like
any,
it,
yeah.
it got bought out and it went
I don't
under.
think. I don't think it's important.
I literally have no idea anymore what
I
our
think
podcast is
in many
doing.
ways it's better that we don't know. I'd say.
It's quite liberating, I have to say.
yeah, it feels like we're screaming into the void.
yeah.
It's a little bit like Room 101, you know, we just sort of put something out there and it can be disposed
On,
of.
on which this podcast is very largely based.
A reference a lot of people will understand as well.
Yeah, no, and it's great because I think by choosing a reference that no one will understand, we really kind of planted a flag for a podcast that no one will listen to or get or engage with. So it's wonderful, yeah.
Yeah, it's
No,
great.
I quite like it. I think
You like the podcast?
I think an active promotional
That makes one of
strategy
us.
of ignoring and or abusing our fandom,
Yeah.
such as it is,
They
is,
love
is great.
I've
yeah.
heard they love it.
Yeah, you should love it.
Cup of tea on the crapper as well.
Cup of tea on the crapper.
On the shitter.
Woo!
Yeah, I got one.
Yeah.
Secret Greg's.
Secret Greg's. Tell me
Secret
Ooh.
Greg's. So
Ooh.
my one of the major things I've done with this calendar year so far is every Saturday morning I've been taking the dog, my dog, Daisy, for a walk. I do I don't know, various walks during the week, but this is my Saturday morning walk.
Nice.
And I'm like, right, I'm gonna take the dog out. Bye. And the last few weeks I've been going to a particular park, and on the way is Greg's.
Nice. So you treat yourself.
And I've been treating myself to a sausage breakfast bat and
Okay.
a latte every Saturday morning.
And what a price. $2.85.
$2.85. Lovely price.
Cheapest bap and coffee on
I've,
high street.
I've downloaded the app now as well.
Oh my
I
gosh.
should probably.
I'm actually amazed that you don't have the Greg's app.
It's because I did used to have the Greg's app, but then the Greg's I often frequent has no fucking reception, so it never works. So I just gave up.
Ah.
But maybe I should try again.
The main problem is that it's the biggest lie of my marriage. I've never told a lie until now.
which is what you're
Which is that-
confessing now.
I mean, it's not really a lie. It's just that I haven't told the truth. And and I'll be honest with you. Last weekend I completely caved anyway and told Liz.
Well, she doesn't know you have this secret Greg.
She didn't until last week.
Wait, so are you leaving the house and she's like, "Oh, you haven't had breakfast," and you're like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
a little bit
yeah,
like
yeah."
that.
You're like, don't worry,
And
dear.
I go, don't worry, I'll be fine. Knowing full well,
You got a sausage
I'm
bap on
I'm
the
on
way.
my way to Greg's.
But what a bap it is.
It's lovely, and I eat it on the way around on the walk, and I just think that was very, very pleasant.
Wow.
And I just thought, no, I'm gonna.
That's your Greg's, right?
Yeah.
Like you call it a secret Greg's, and sure, you're hiding
Yeah.
it from your wife, and you're ashamed, and rightly so. But like,
Maybe a shame Greg's would have been.
yeah,
shame
but it's
Greg's.
yours.
It is.
That's
yeah.
your moment that you have.
So I've been walking
to
around
you.
the park, and it's just been like, this is lovely.
Yeah.
This is great. But then I completely caved. I just went, I'm gonna tell you a secret now, and you can't get mad.
Was she mad?
No, she was all right actually. Yeah.
Because every week since we got married,
Yeah.
I've
Not since we
been
got
eating-
married, I'd be the size of a house. But certainly,
well, you're walking.
certainly-
Yeah, you're walking.
I'm walking it
you're
off. yeah.
burning it off.
Certainly, the 3 weekends of January so far this year, I have gone to Greg's and done exactly the same thing and done exactly the same walk.
I have a regular sausage bap from Greg's.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that sometimes it looks like a car crash?
yeah. Well, the way they cut it varies.
Yeah.
Quite a lot.
It could be quite a chaotic sandwich. That.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is interesting considering there's only 3 ingredients.
Yes.
I don't know how you fuck that up.
They
Like,
sometimes royally fuck it up.
yeah. I don't know how you can't. I don't know how you can't cut a roll in a straight line.
Usually it's not cut all the way through. So it's
No.
like cut halfway through.
Yes,
the
that's
sausages are clustered into this half.
Three. I would say small but tasty sausages.
They're very tasty, but they are very small.
Yeah.
And then the ketchup is usually everywhere else.
Oh, I don't usually have sauce.
Oh, do you not? You go
Oh,
dry.
you just go for a
I
dry.
go
No,
dry.
it's buttered,
Wow.
isn't it? The roll's buttered.
There is some butter in there.
There is some butter.
Sometimes
Yeah.
I'll have brown. Sometimes I'll have brown, but normally I just have it as it comes. That's what I say. They go, do you want any sauce? As it comes.
As
it's
it
fine.
comes, mate. They're like, yeah.
Well,
what a
haven't we
legend.
talked about this on air before? Because again, as a Nick, you being a connoisseur of
A fan, I'd
yeah
say.
of their kind of meat tube wraps.
Yes.
It's often like,
That's what they call them.
what sauce do you want? Is that red or brown?
Yes.
And you'll say,
I'd like a red, please.
and then they'll turn and they'll walk maybe 3 feet.
Maybe less.
To
Oh,
where-
yeah. This.
And then they'll turn back and be like,
Which was it?
what was it?
What was it again? Sorry.
I had them ask twice after the first question once. So
I have that
3
with the
questions
coffee
total.
a lot. Like, was it a latte or a cappuccino? Like, what the latte?
Do I look like a
Yeah.
cappuccino?
Do I look like a
All right,
cappuccino,
love. Do I
man?
look like a
Do I
cappuccino?
look?
Do I look?
Do I look like a
Well,
cappuccino?
it's more the words aren't particularly similar. It's just like
They're very unsimilar.
yeah.
I wish there was a word for that.
Oh, take in my ruddy complexion. Do I look like the kind of man who enjoys a cappuccino?
Now shut up and pour my milky coffee
With chocolate.
with yeah. So yeah, my secret Greg's. I've been enjoying that. That's been good so far.
Mine would be a secret if John didn't come with me every time, unwillingly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll often
and
just
it's not a secret anymore. So well, next time I get one, although maybe if I don't mention it then,
You've got to keep it secret, keep it safe.
maybe if I don't say it then, it
What was it?
Re-becomes the secret.
It re-becomes.
it's
re-becoming.
Why were you keeping it secret, do you think?
I don't know, John.
What
to be
kind of
honest with
deep
you.
shame were you,
I don't know why I decided not to divulge that information.
Yeah, because it's almost as though...
I think I was afraid of being told off.
Could you... I mean, presumably you could have had a breakfast at home if you wanted.
Oh, if I wanted to. And it wasn't that I deliberately went out of my way. Well, I did go out of my way by definition. But mentally, I did not think, oh, this will be funny if I go and get a secret Greg's. I think I just was going past it.
Oh,
fact,
one
And I
day,
just
yeah.
went, I'm just going to get a Greg's. And then it happened 2 other weekends. And then it became a thing. And then I turned around to Liz. We were watching the pottery. And I said, I'm going to tell you something now.
I have to confess.
I have to confess.
Why
I
did the
couldn't.
pottery make you think of Greg?
Don't know. Probably those long brown tubes.
Oh, that'll be
It's
it.
all that beige.
It's
Yeah.
all that beige.
I said I've been having a secret Greg's for my my Swindon Village dog
was like,
walks. And she went,
fine.
I think she called me a naughty boy, and I laughed.
And
And then she sent me a meme on Instagram the other day.
That's how you know it's okay.
And it just said no more secret Greg's for you. And I was like, oh, all right then.
No, that's perfect, because if she's told you not to have any, even if it's just a joke, then now when you have them again, it is re-secretized.
Yeah, the
Perfect.
re-secretization
Yeah.
of the Greg's.
Well,
Although I've now committed it to this podcast,
Yeah.
to which she listens.
Well, she did say like no more secret Gregs.
But
So-
I could bring her.
Blatant.
It's,
Greg.
it's all out in the
Blatant
open now,
I
isn't
could
it?
get
Yeah.
2 Gregs.
Get them on the way back.
Yeah, but I don't know about my walk.
No, true. And also, it'll be cold.
Your shame is very public now.
That sausage gets cold fast.
It really does.
Yeah.
And the BAP as well.
Indeed. No, you're looking at me like I can relate. Like there's a time when, believe me, there's a time when I mean, Greg's value exceptional. Like
Incredible.
I can't believe how little it still is.
There are certain
I mean,
days,
the ingredients I wouldn't want to know, but
Yeah.
Yeah, it's best not to think about it.
Yeah,
and
tastes nice.
I'm often near Nick, but there's times when I'll go, what, I'll have a black coffee, and in the
Yeah.
before this grim diet came upon me, I'd be like, what, I'll have a jammy donut as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, you sometimes.
And I'll
treat
give them,
yourself.
my money, and I'll go, oh, you've given me too much change. I'm like, no, it's really,
No, that's the price.
Yeah,
Believe it or not, lad, that's how much it cost.
yeah.
And they're all northern, the people who work in there.
Oh,
right?
indeed, yeah.
And now I've got the app. Then I can enjoy free bits and bobs. I've got a free coffee
Bits.
coming from Greg's. For the next
I should probably get
period of time.
Yeah. Buy 10 hot drinks and enjoy a beige round.
It's kind
On
of
us,
something like
yeah.
that. Yeah. But I get a free
pastry
coffee just for
book.
downloading the app. There's a free coffee.
Get
Yeah.
Yeah.
Free coffee just for downloading the app.
a free bag of crumbly scrapings on us
Yeah.
every day.
Every day!
They're soft, but also kind of hard.
Teeth breakingly hard.
Yeah. It's hard. It's hard to explore both textures at the same time, but somehow we manage.
It's a sixth form of matter.
Yeah.
Sounds complicated. Don't worry about it. It's right cheap.
Don't you dare look up the ingredients.
Legally, we have to say what it is on our website, but don't you dare.
Don't you dare
Look at that.
look
Look
it
at
up.
that table of ingredients.
Due to a clever bit of, VAT registration. And certain import codes is technically insulation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or a game piece. It's technically qualified as a dice. Not food at all.
Oh dear.
There was that thing, it was under the coalition government ages ago where they
God,
changed
that was long ago.
they changed like the tax rules on whether hot or cold food
Yes.
had VAT added to it.
Oh yeah.
It's this idea that like you could buy a cold pastry and that was like tax free, but a hot pastry would be taxed or something like that.
Fuck me.
Yeah, it's like
What's the threshold?
well, I don't know. It's just like
15 degrees.
What we'll do is we'll sell you a cold pastry and a firework. As soon as you're off the premise, if you just pull the ripcord.
And it just ignites into heat. That'd be good.
I've got love, nice and
There you
simple. It's been very much a New Year thing, post Crimbo.
My secret Greg's.
Diet.
The simple joy of reading.
Oh god. Jesus.
Wholesome.
John's brought reading to the podcast.
Shut your pastry ravaged
John's-
mouth.
John's. Oh god.
Shut your pie hole.
We
you
read-
see
Reading.
if this day would come. 'Cause he's
Yeah.
a writer.
No, I
Christ.
said, I'm just, it's so pure and honest. I'm just going to leave it there on the table.
Oh.
It's very wholesome.
I've read,
Rough.
I've read 3 books
In what period? Time?
since the New Year.
Fucking hell.
I'm on
Get a life,
I'm
John.
started on my 4th. It's delightful.
What books do you read? I do.
You don't care.
No.
No.
Do mangas count?
Mangoes.
No, mangoes.
No.
I've read one mango.
I've read one mango.
No, Nick. I think you should know by now. Comics aren't a real medium.
I do that, yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
Everyone knows
I've
that.
read 0 books.
But no, just like I mean,
Illustrated even fewer.
no, but just as the cherry on the icing of the shit cake of
2025.
tech and everything being bad,
No, that's fair, actually.
to move away from it and just go, I'm going to read a book and I'm going to enjoy a simple pleasure like an Elizabethan child, and it's lovely, it's grand,
Yeah, I reckon they'll catch on.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're having to like drink tea to shit, and you're watching like kind of
I don't know whether I needed the tea to shit.
You
but
know,
sure, fine.
you're watching, like,
I guess
match-
we're all being
It's-
glib.
yeah, it didn't hurt.
you're watching like the most irreverent moments from Match of the Day. You know, the 50 greatest times in which a man scored a goal.
Yeah.
You know, that's
They've been
the,
scoring goals for years.
There's a lot of them.
that's the only way you can fall asleep. Whereas I, an enlightened fellow, I'm reading a book and then I'm waking up at 5 a.m.
Oh, I think a book helps. It's just that I haven't got around to it.
I mean,
No,
you say
indeed.
you're enlightened, but it's the autobiography of the caramel rabbit lady. So I don't think that's very high class at all.
Caramel Rabbit Lady.
That's her name, Caramel Rabbit Lady.
I wonder if she's got a name.
Cara, Mel Rabbit Lady.
Caramel Rabbit Lady.
Yeah, and her autobiography is just called Pads.
Oh no!
It's like a rabbit's footprint, very tastefully done,
I hate that so much.
putting sticky caramel.
Oh, that was another thing as well. Like, just going quickly back to the animals thing, when they like get their hands in all like caramel or something. Like sometimes that.
Oh, you know, like that classic moment in every.
Yeah.
It's like a hero's journey when.
You know,
When the
when
animal-
a fuzzy babe.
Yeah, when the
Scored a
sexy
treacle.
anthropomorphic rabbit just sticks her hand deep into a pile of molasses.
Listen, it does it for me, all right? Don't judge me.
Ugh.
He's got a secret Greg's, I've got a secret
Yeah,
fetish.
but sorry, you were saying like when
They're furry. It's
yeah.
going to be everywhere.
Yeah, she also was eating just chocolate effigies of herself.
That's a good
right?
point.
Did
Yeah.
did she ever just bite the head off her own form?
Must have done.
Probably just nibbled an ear, didn't she?
Yeah.
Were they her shape then?
No, but
Like a Freddo.
I think some of them must have been. Like some of the
Freddo
products must
himself.
have been caramel filled chocolate sexy rabbits.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
You'd have thought.
You see, I realised I may have completely misinterpreted what Cadbury's caramel is, but I'm not going to back down.
No, stay proud and stay strong.
Has Freddo ever been,
Accused of cannibalism.
Okay, well,
okay,
yeah.
let's end this.
okay, let's get out of here.
Please.
What do we think won, love or hate?
Hey.
I think
I think hate
I think
because we
hate.
were dirty boys today and
Yeah.
we ruined the podcast, and it's all because of the hate.
Yeah.
Is there anything we can say in the next 10 seconds to redeem this?
I know. Maybe the sexy robot guy could make a sexy robot caramel rabbit, and then it would fix everything, right?